We're back with a quick show. There's a lot of things. Shout out to my man, the finest, who sends me all these articles. Shout out to my man, Cecil, who also keep me up to date with all the news. A lot of things that came out within a week that I never got the chance to cover. I could, nickel and dime y'all motherfuckers put out video by video by video, but I'm, get, a panel here. We discuss the topics, make it a quick show. We got E3 leaks, PlayStation 5 changed the Xperia update specs. Now it's looking to be more powerful than the PlayStation, sorry, than the Xbox and the kind. We're going to talk about that. Gears of War 5, I'm sorry, 4K native aiming for open world aspects. We're going to talk about that. Some stuff that Neff was telling me about the cloud behind the scenes. That sounds interesting. Whatever comes up, whatever you guys ask us in the comment section. E3 again, I see that Square Enix is teasing their Avengers game. I see that they're teasing that. We're going to talk about that. Because I'm not mistaken, they are taking Sony's place at E3. If I'm not mistaken, Square Enix, they're taking Sony's slot, which is going to be interesting. So, we got the Final Fantasy demo and whatever the case. But anyway, first, what's up, my brother Kratos? Listen, as you guys come in, you know the rules. Be so kind, again, is to hit the like button. We're going to have an entertaining show. You know the rules, man. Hit the like button really helps this dog shit platform more than ways than you can know. What's going on with you, Kratos?
Yo, what's going on, Z?
Yeah, what's going on? You dipped out on me last night. You left me hanging, man. Things went kind of left in the, how you say, the multiplayer podcast late night edition. Things kind of went left, man. But what's going on with you, good brother?
Same old, man. Been doing a little traveling.
I see.
Yeah, I was on last night, man, and it just seems like every time you get 20 bots in the show, they start trying to stump a pony out.
Hey, yo, I see,
so
man.
I had to hurry up and dip up out of there.
Yo, but my man, what's my man King Trash with Thrash stayed and did his best. My man says Microsoft, Sony got that cell phone coming out, man. Watch out for the experience, Zoom experience releasing in 2020. You know what you're talking about, but yeah, they said stop about out. But like I said, I need you took a ride. Yesterday, my daughter had a prom. I seen some pictures, man. So I didn't even think I was gonna be back in time. I had to go see her off, and and she got a little teary eyed. Me get teary eyed, Daddy, and not my oldest, but she's on the way to college, so I had to do that yesterday. So like I said, the reason why we had to, and then I got here like 7:30 with nobody here. So I waited till about 8 o'clock, 8:20. I took some of my happy pills and set my ass on the couch. And then my oldest child, Neff, hit me was like, "Yo, what's up? Hop in the thing." I said, "All right, fuck it, I'm hop in there." And then, the rest is history.
Yeah.
What's my man named Dragon? The schizophrenic Dragon Moore hopped in, and how you say, then things proceeded to go left, man.
Hey, after he asked me that, and we had our words, and then before you know it, it was over. Everybody started flocking in there.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, as you guys come in, hit the like button. Neff, what's going on with you, good brother, Neff?
Chilling back. Actually got some gaming in for once. I was playing that Mortal Kombat story, and I'm almost done. I almost did it in one sit through.
Oh damn! I gotta bro. I haven't. I've been playing that with Rate Mess. I gotta hop back. I'm gonna keep hearing great things about the story. I need
pretty decent story.
Yeah, I need to hop on it. But other than that, like I said, it's a lot of news. Again, a huge shout out to the finest. He keeps me up to date with all the news. And I mean, sometimes it's hard to cover everything. So I'm gonna try to put everything. Try my best to cover everything. Let's begin niggas start to arguing. Like I have a whole show planned that I just sit back and joke and start to arguing. And listen. Me and Criddle said something real slick behind the scenes yesterday, man. I know things may not look actually the up for Sony right now because do they have a new CEO or this guy been there?
I think he took over about a year ago, right?
It's about a year ago.
I know he's big in his Phil Spencer on stuff, like just come out saying all types of crazy stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you ponies gotta let you know, like when the console war is over, it's over, but they want to keep beating the dog shit out these bots, man, and it's coming back to haunt them right now, you know what I mean?
They should have took the W and just let that be that. But when you try to keep bragging and sidestepping, you end up fumbling, and that's what it looks like going on right now.
Yeah, man. Like I said, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Do me a favor, Neff. As the room is filling up, if you be so kind, could you Shut some people out for me, please, good brother.
Absolutely. What's going on? SS9 Vegeta Entertainment.
Yeah.
Biggie 2316. C Tex Up Z. Miss Freeze. Axeman 308. I wonder if that's the Phil Spencer name. Jay Dizzle. O'Brien Thorpe. Fernando Paris. Javon. Sub-Z and credits. You know, Javon, if you want to hop on, go ahead. Who do we got? The Nailbait. Reunion. Metal for. Well, no, it's Metaphor. Or I can't. I always think that's Nickel or something.
Metaphorical.
You're the one who's been being roasted on Lucas' show lately.
Yeah,
Overdone memes. Yes, we do need memes. Paul G, what's going on? Blackbeard. Rate the Emperor. Golden Lion X23. Goddamn, there's a lot of overdone memes. Heath Stevens. What else we got?
Eve. Listen, how many people we got here?
Listen, metaphorical. My bad. All right.
Listen, I got 70 people here watching. I only got 9 likes. Man, hit the like button for your brother, man. And it costs you nothing, too.
Mega Dave O. Oh, and do you have that link for us?
Or for the free messaging that?
Yeah, so if we get that shit popping, you guys can talk your shit from last night's show. It was a crazy-ass show. Apparently, Microsoft and Sony are looking to compete with Cricket Wireless or some shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But hey, this is what I said on Twitter. If that shit comes true, King Thrash will have the biggest W imaginable.
Talk about it.
Or,
why are we filling up?
If it doesn't come true and our predictions comes true, even though we have evidence for our prediction, well, he's going to take a huge L. He's going to get this work. Let me tell you right now, he's gonna get this work. But what's up, Berserker?
Hey, now hold on, do me a favor, because I got to tweet it out. I just gave you the link inside the
Alright.
already thing. SBR part.
What's going on, Sean?
What's going on, boys?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Here to talk shit?
Well, sort of. Let's see what we got.
Let me put this on Facebook, okay?
Yo, Z, what the fuck? Yo, Z, what the fuck's that about last night, late edition?
Hey, bro, listen, man. Like
Come on, man.
Hey, listen, I didn't. First of all, I didn't even know. I got here about, like I said, about 7:00. I told everybody 7:30, right? My daughter had her prom yesterday, so I didn't even know I was gonna make it on time. But I got there with nobody there, so I didn't leave out of that room until about 8:15. Man, I said I'll sit down on the couch and take me a happy pill. Then my oldest boy Neff reached out to me some morning. So damn, I crawled my ass off the couch, came back and sat back down. Then when me and Neff was in there just talking, I said, "I found fuck." Actually, I was supposed to do something with Puerto Rock today. I was supposed to have one-on-one with Puerto Rock today, and then people started joining in, and the schizophrenia Dragon Moore came in and attacked J Dubs. I said, "Hey man, the game is to be sold, not told." We went live, so I forgot I had smoked it. I had hit King Thrash, what's his name? King Trash or Thrash. I hit him up yesterday. I called him. I was like, "Yo, bro, swing through the multiplayer." Now, you know, he works for the world's most wealthiest company, and he on the West Coast time. He said, if you guys are on, you know what I mean? When I tell him I get off work, right? Because he says he's the alchemist or some shit. I'll hop in, right? So I forgot all about him. So he hopped in, and then they started fucking with him about Microsoft and Sony with the cell phone, with Netflix, but the cell phone network.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, though.
Yeah.
Look, I'm usually with King Thrash. He usually has actually really good predictions, and he is right. A lot of times he isn't wrong, but this one just ain't it.
That's the pony in him. That's what it is. Jay knows
that's what I told him. It's the pony side of his brain that's just not letting him comprehend what's going on. But
Jay.
I don't know if you have to do something in the background, but the link you gave me is not working. It says you're offline for whatever reason.
It says I'm offline?
No, for the link Z sent me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Let's see what else we got here in the chat. Kingzilla, J Hart, RIC. Need better internet? I don't know. Xbox has no games. All Xbox sucks. Well, they got no games, but apparently they're helping Sony out.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, they got 1,900 games coming to xCloud as well.
Heath Stevens.
Hold on 1 second. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Xbox 360 games. I'm trying to.
No, for
hey,
the
3
Xbox
generations
One,
of games, sir.
For the Xbox One, Jay, get your fucking facts right.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Microsoft
fuck.
couldn't get a win.
Read the fucking.
So they're gonna take all their old shit and mash it together and give it to y'all.
It's 4.
Oh my god! Thank you, Phil. I finally get to play OG Xbox One game. I mean, OG Xbox game.
Look, Jay. Look, you're going to E3, aren't you? You're gonna be on your knees next to Phil. That's what you're gonna be doing.
No, I won't.
I don't know about that one. But so what do we want to talk about first? We want to talk about the xCloud shit, or what do we want to talk about first?
As a rumor's rolling up, I'm still gonna put it on Twitter and stuff. Hold on. Send us a free message live on.
I was Gandhi and Xbot. I don't know. It surprises me too.
Support the show. All right. Okay, help support the. Hold on. See the.
Wasn't Gandhi technically British though?
Okay, hold on. We got something.
Or was he born in India? I think he was technically British.
Shout to Berserker. Hold up. We got something right there. He just dropped in the chat.
Berserker with the $10. E3 is right around the corner. If Microsoft fails to deliver at E3, they might. Will you sign that extension next gen? Well, probably would have, but then when this new CEO stepped in, I don't know, shit changed a little bit.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Listen. Hey, hold up. That sounds like a pro Sony donation right there. Listen here, Berserker. First of all, thank you for the $10, right? But real nigga to a fucking nigga, right? My integrity is always in question, man. It depends on how the chat is rolling. I got a more pro Sony audience, but all jokes aside, it's all about the games, man. And to be fair, real talk, I don't expect much from Microsoft, right? As far as E3, I don't expect much from Microsoft, and what I mean by that is that. Hey, what's this saying? Even Jordan said, one time shame on you, next time shame on me. I'm to the point where, wait till E3. Wait till XO18. Now, wait till next generation. Until Microsoft get out of this mindset of them holding their cards so close to their chest and not, because again, and not want to show, again, what the future may hold, because it's not about cancellations. The Fable Legends hurt, and what else? The Scalebound hurt. The delays is not an issue because that's just the nature of the business. We lost 2 big games and some other big games behind the scenes, and we didn't have anything to replace those games. So it's not about. And as I try to tell these bots, well, see, Phil doesn't want to show too much of the future because games get delayed and stuff, and it's not an issue with delays. That's just the nature of the business. I don't have a problem with anyone delaying a game to make it a little better. I don't think who was making Metroid Prime, was it Namco, and they didn't like it.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, and they fuck it. It's cool. I want a good game. So, until they get into that mindset of them, again, holding their cards so close to their chest, and before they reveal anything, it is what it is. Like, well, here's the thing. Now, we can actually start about the conversation, but then we can do that cloud shit. And then we get into the E3 leaks. What are you guys expecting from Microsoft? I see someone's left something in the chat, so if we can read that from my man.
From Javona with the 199. My bad.
Yeah.
At Neth, you getting me mixed up with someone else. Yeah, I'm getting you mixed up with Javon, but still for you, Javona, however the hell you pronounce that. If you want to hop on the show, go ahead. Let's see. Heath Stevens asked me for a link. I don't know what link you're referring to, but
you're talking about, I just put it in the chat.
Oh, that one. There we go.
Yeah.
Is it working now? All right.
Right.
Oh, and Noah donated $1. Hey, Noah, if you can hop on, go ahead.
Hey, Noah, now he's a piece of true fuck nigga. Google gonna take 75 cents of that, so you really just gave me 25 cents. Fuck you, Noah.
Is that
live at the moment?
Yeah, huh?
It is live. Z is live.
Yeah, I am live.
Yeah,
but,
I know, but like when I click that link, it says you're not live.
Try it now. I don't know what the hell is they tweaking. Try it now. I just put it up there. I just put it in the chat.
Yeah, like I said, Z, what we expected from E3, like from Microsoft, obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna see at least 2 big AAA IPs, new IPs, at least. For the basics are obvious. You got Gears, you got your Oris, all that bullshit. That's obvious on the multiplats. You want to see at least 2 big new IPs, and maybe 1 or 2 like AA, like from like Hellblade, Ninja Theory guys. So that's what we kind of want to see. And obviously, you got the xCloud and studios acquisitions. So
shit! Top dog in the chat with the $5. 3,500 games is from 3 generations of Xbox consoles. If Sony does the same, they have 4 generations to choose from. That's over 10,000 games.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
So xCloud is going to confirm to already have 3,500 games ranging from the OG Xbox to the Xbox One and Xbox 2, right? Well, if Sony does the same, they already have 4 to 5 generations of games.
Wait. Oh, so I'm okay. So right now, right now, Sony, Microsoft said they have how many games?
They're going to have about 3,500, which is ranging from basically all the OG games to the 360 to the Xbox One, and then the future games. coming down the
Plus
line.
1900 on the
Yeah, like
Xbox One.
1900 are in development.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you said Sony do the same thing? Oh, okay. Well, okay, all right. We can get into
Yeah,
that.
because Sony has an extra
Alright.
generation, so that's 10,000 more
Of course.
games.
Yeah.
If
But
they can do it.
My expectations for Microsoft, just like it is every year, I think we're gonna see some partnerships with some multi-plats. They're definitely gonna start pushing some PC only games, and I think they're just gonna focus on the Xbox 360 back compats. They're gonna have some things that come out from that. I do not think that they're going to talk or show off the next Xbox. I don't think they're going to do that.
You don't think so?
But I'm
I
pretty sure that was
don't.
confirmed.
I don't. I mean, I don't. Just
Being
something.
that Sony, bro, you think even though look, Sony
I
just
think
showed.
they're going to want to do their own event for it. I don't
I mean,
think
that's
they're going to do that.
plausible, but they're definitely going to tease it because they teased it last year, too.
Well, yeah, they can tease it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just kind of like what Sony did. I mean, just kind of talked about, leak. Yeah, we're gonna have some rise, and being very generic about
Just
about
like the basic specs you're talking about.
Yeah, they don't want to blow everything, all information and everything, and then they have nothing else.
Yeah, I
Because at the
agree
end
with
of the
that,
day,
to be honest.
let's face it, they're not gonna get credits for the multiplats because they never do. Those days are over.
Yeah.
And then now with a lot of their games going to PC and not even on the Xbox first, then you're gonna have some people disappointed about that. Z, I know you were disappointed when they came out with the whole Gears Pop thing and
Yeah.
and Age of
Cupcakes.
Empires and stuff being on PC and them pushing towards that. I just don't think, for me as a gamer, right, them offering me stuff that I've already had played the previous generations, that is not really going to excite me. What's going to excite me is all the new stuff, and I just don't think that they're going to have enough of it. This E3 coming up, it's
so
just
what do you
not.
reckon,
It's just
Jay?
going to be a combination of a bunch of stuff that typically what Microsoft does. A
So
bunch of
Jay,
old stuff.
so Jay, what do you reckon? Do you like? We had people talk about like they're gonna be holding back for the next. Do you think they're gonna show more next E3 than this E3 because Sony's back?
Well, every E3 after this, right, it's going to be obviously more because then they've given the developers that they just hired, studios that they just start building, enough time to actually make the games. Now I get there are a couple of studios that were already working on games when Microsoft acquired them, but those are going to be those studio games before Microsoft even stepped in the picture. So however they turn out, that's on them. Phil's going to be like, well, look, and you guys are going to be like, well, that's the game they're working on before Microsoft buying. Microsoft didn't have a chance to have a hand in it. So it's going to be about 2 or 3 years before we see the fruition of what Microsoft dumped the money into these developers and built studios from scratch. It's not going to happen overnight, and I think people need to temper their expectation. Every E3 is a huge on the line event for Microsoft because people are going to wonder, can they pull it off? Can they actually show something that is going to be competitive? And without having true exclusives, it's going to water down the multiplats. That's going to be watered down because we know those games are going to come out. They're going to come to PlayStation. They're going to come to the Switch. They're going to come to PC, and and so that's not special.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not
But
special.
Jay,
I mean,
but Jay, like
and
obviously,
this is how you manage how these systems are doing as a gamer. You got Sony has some exclusives, Nintendo has some exclusives, Microsoft has the multiplats. If all the games are on all the platforms, there's nothing that separates them apart, right? So you kind of see, well, what does this one have to offer that the other one doesn't have to offer? Right now, there's a lot of people going the PC route. So a lot of PC gamers are going to be happy to see a lot of these games coming. So again, even though Sony's not there, I think there's going to be a lot of Sony guys sitting back and they're going to look and see what Microsoft has to offer. And they're going to say, okay, I'm going to pick that up for the PlayStation. I'm going to pick that up for the PlayStation. And that's just kind of what it is. I'm hoping that Phil will walk back the whole not having exclusivity thing. I hope, I've just been praying that one day he realized that that's kind of a mistake. And I hope he pulls that back and say, look, this is exclusive. No more of that world premiere shit, but some actual true, this is only on the Xbox. You will only be able to play this only on the Xbox. So go out and pick up an Xbox to be able to play that. That's what I'm hoping.
Now, Jay, let me ask you a serious question. Yeah, in the future, obviously with the Sony PlayStation,
Yeah.
do you think like let's be honest, I asked King Trash, I asked who P Rock, Jay Body, all these guys. Will I need a PlayStation 5 or the next PlayStation console to play PlayStation games? Yes or no?
Let me tell you this. Prior to this month, I would probably say with 100% of doubt, no. Yeah, I mean, I would say yes. You would always need a PlayStation, but after some of the things and the wordings of what they're doing,
From the
I
top
can't even
dogs,
say. I think in the future, I think now I don't know if that's a year down the line. I don't know if that's 5 or 10 years, but
Yeah, a
there's
couple
going
of
to come a
years.
point in time where you're not going to need a physical PlayStation in order to do it, and I think that's just the end goal of everything. If this streaming stuff does work out,
It does kick off, yeah. If it kicks off,
personally, I think it's going to fail. I think it's going to fail miserably. I think it's going to end up with a PS Now type thing. Say what you want about PS Now, it works, but people are just not interested in streaming games. And I think Microsoft, yeah, they have the servers, yeah, they have the tech to do it. Google has it. I just don't think that we are just the mainstream people going to be like, okay, I'm going to forego the PS5 or PS6 or the Xbox 2 or Xbox 3 and just get this app or whatever and play on my. That is just not the hard. People have tried it in the past. Nintendo is the only one over 35 years that has outlasted all its competitors that have been far superior in technology with new things, 3D TVs and everything else. And it just did not work out. And Nintendo is the only one that has outlasted. And if Sony goes down this same path, I can see Nintendo outlasting them, and I can see the Nintendo being the last man standing.
Yeah, hold on to that thought. I'm gonna read this bill real quick, and then I'm gonna ask you a few questions about what you just said. But Floyd Mayweather with the $5, bunch of multi-plat, Cyberpunk, Dying Light, Star Wars. Those are definitely gonna take time. Assassin's Creed, Microsoft always screws up. EA no show, so Xbox will be their games. And Stuart Stokes for the $5. I generally don't care if failed backtracks play anywhere. What pisses me off is that PC exclusives that Xbox can't get access to, and they defend it. Yeah, for example, Gears Tactics, even though if that does come to Xbox, it's going to PC first, right? Like, why are Xbox players waiting when we share all our games day and date? Like, that isn't right. That isn't fair.
PC is priority now. PC is priority now.
Now, going back to what you were saying, Kratos, I get what you mean. Makes sense to me, right?
Yep.
And that's how it was when we were growing up, even when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But let's be real, Kratos. Like you said, Sony's going down their streaming route, right?
Yeah.
And if that ends up being true, they don't have true exclusives either.
That's true. That's why I told him.
But does that stop you from buying a PS5 or anyone stopping from buying a PS5? Because we can say, Xbox is trash or whatever, right? But who's really not going to buy a PS5?
No, here's the thing, right? They're focusing all of their efforts into the cloud streaming thing. But the majority of their gamers will be on a console.
But how do we know that? They're buying studios right now. They're making great games like The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima.
No, they're making are. Games. As long as they make the hardware, the physical console, people will be there, right?
Absolutely.
Even right now, they're doing a streaming thing. I could care less because I'm not going to buy it. I mean, I'm not going to subscribe to it. That's just me. I didn't subscribe to PlayStation Now. What if
it's a part of your service? Like you pay your PSN Gold and all that bullshit.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
No.
Look, you're gonna have
you're asking me to play a fucking standard service compared to what I'm used to, right? When I plug my PlayStation 4 Pro into my TV, I'm getting the 4K. I'm getting the straight signal. I'm getting something with no lag. I'm getting something that I know is going to be there.
Let me give you
streaming thing with my data caps and everything else.
Yeah, but we're looking at this from a hardcore perspective. Because, like Z, for example, you put the C in casual. What the fuck would you use this shit for? Play NBA, right?
I mean, he's going to try. He's going to try it out and then jump back on the Xbox.
No. Here's the thing, right? I'm just saying, right? Now, just say for shits and giggles, right? Just say if I were to, my handicapped ass was finally get out of the house and I would go on a vacation somewhere, and I didn't feel like bringing my Xbox, or if you guys are online playing whatever, right? Hop on, Zai. and I can log into my service or whatever and have access to it via my laptop or whatever and be able to play with you guys, then maybe then, yeah. You know what I mean? Long as it's no. And again, to me, it's all dependent on if it works. And I think, I told you guys before, I think a lot of people with negative connotation about this service is that they tried PS Now or other services and they'll sub HD sometimes where you, what's place now put you in a queue to make sure that you can use it, when you're trying to play the game, or severe input lag. I told you guys before, I didn't notice a difference when playing. Actually, it looked a little better when I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the Google Stream thing. You know what I mean?
So they could have potentially tricked you. Like they just say, like, this one's on the console, this one's on the streaming, and not tell you which one. You would have been tricked, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Like, I'm honestly, like, you know what I mean? And I told you guys before, and I'm not even saying, hey, I'm a fan of, what streaming to take. No, I'm an old school console guy. But I'm telling you, right, it's scary because what I mean by it is scary, and hear me out, Kratos, right? What I mean that it's kind of scary, right? And even me and Porter Rock, we was talking about it yesterday. Like I said, I was supposed to have a one-on-one with him, but I got to call my bro, make sure he ain't hang up. And then Porter Rock was depressed, right? Me talking to him yesterday, and it's saying, and I decided to tell him this, and the reason I tried to tell him this, and I was talking to someone else, right? And that work for one of these companies, right? Obviously, I know some people that know some people, right? And it's scary because it worked. You know what I mean? So if something works that well, and people can talk all the shit they want in the chat, right? Just that and the other, right? But if you can have just say, give me the next God of War, right? And it works, and you ain't got to buy a 500 console, a lot of these motherfuckers gonna be out here crap gaming and frauding, right? Or whatever the fuck, they not gonna have that console.
It will reach the ultra casual market. Like, we have to be real. Yeah, people don't buy these shits until they're $200. So a lot of people are gonna buy a PS4 this holiday season because that bitch is gonna be $200.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
like, it's meant to reach the ultra casual who play NBA, who play Madden, who don't care.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, from that aspect, I even said that. I said that the adaptation for next generation consoles, they're not going to be as big. I don't expect Sony to sell 100 million PS5s next generation. You know why? Because A, you're going to have a lot of cross-gen development, and B, Ubisoft, they're going to release Assassin's Creed, whatever the next one is, or EA's going to whatever the Battlefield on older hardware and newer hardware, because I don't see these engines changing anytime soon because they're so expensive. They may,
basically it's going to be just like this Gen Z.
Well, even worse, because honestly, bro, some real shit. Maybe 3 years in, maybe Sony may stop putting their exclusives on it. But again, and we had this conversation, multi-plats. And again, I got to choose my words wisely, right? And people like they try to use my thing again when I was on that bot Kool-Aid, when I was saying, the exclusives, I'm not saying the exclusives don't matter, but multi-plat sell more. But they try to use my whole argument again. I always say it again, that exclusive gives a console's identity. I don't think that's going anywhere. And again, third party is really what dictates this industry, you know what I mean? Until they stop supporting the PS4 or the Xbox One, you best to believe Sony and Microsoft still going to be selling that anemic ass hardware, you know what I mean? Because next generation, the PS4 and maybe the next Xbox may be $100 or $125, you know what I mean? So, they're going to continue to sell them. Now, for us guys that want the best of the best, cream of the crop, yeah, we're going to have the best. But again, if excluding that and not needing a console, bro, you know what I mean? I don't expect that, them to penetrate the market as much as they did. Maybe that's what a guy came out and said, you know what, consoles are niche. You know what I mean? It's a dying format because maybe now technology is catching up with the hardware. I think the software, brother.
Let me say, Z. It is gaming, console gaming is niche. When you throw in mobile phones, tablets, and all this other bullshit with it. Now, historically, that stuff has not been categorized in gaming. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to throw all this shit together and minimize the console gaming. And they've tried that before, decades ago. It's not going to work. People are not going to sit there and play console, not only console quality, but console long games. I'm not playing The Last of Us on my iPhone. It's just
no.
Yeah, but you keep looking at it from the hardcore perspective. You have to realize that people using this shit, they're going to be using it for Madden. They're going to be using it for NBA. People play Fortnite on mobile. Like, let's be real, Kratos.
Hold on. First, we'll pay the bills. And I'm gonna take it.
Harry Heck with the 109 sec. E3 2019 is the last E3 or last show where Microsoft has to change the tide and make up momentum to their advantage to get people outside of Xbox watch their way and get interested in the next Xbox. Not power, but games. Honestly, I don't think Microsoft gives two shits if you buy the next Xbox. That's my opinion. They really don't. They're going to put out games or whatever, but if you want to get them games on the PC or if you want to use xCloud, they're happy with that. Or if you want to buy the traditional console, fine.
With Microsoft wants you to buy the games. What's going on? With Microsoft, they want you to buy the games anywhere, anytime, anywhere. That's what it is. They just want to make that money.
Yeah, exactly. They really don't care about console sales.
Look at Neff's uncle from Microsoft, Satya Nadella. Yeah, he put Microsoft Office everywhere, and that's why it's become $1 trillion company.
Oh no, but hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Pay the bills. You paid the bills already?
Yeah, I did. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's the thing. Not forget the cell phone, Kratos. Right? Forget. You don't want to play game. And I get you. I don't want to play fucking Assassin's Creed on a cell phone either. Right? Well, maybe check out your laptop. You get a Chromebook, right? How about fuck a Chromebook? Guess what? I can just plug. A lot of the newer TVs. You're gonna take Bluetooth devices. You know what? Let me hook my motherfucking my Bluetooth controller up directly to my goddamn TV. Not skipping a beat or plug it into the TV via USB port, right? Not missing a goddamn beat. And again, I don't need a console. Here I am playing console quality games on my 4K HDR television. In your case, 8K television. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? I didn't have to buy a $500 goddamn console. That's what I'm talking about when I mean that say that it's scary. That now that the software is finally catching up with the hardware. That's when fuck the cell phone. You know what I mean? That's not my thing either. I'm not a mobile top gamer. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you talk shit, but you do support your Switch. You do take your shit out where you want to go. That's not me. You know what I mean?
Look, man, there's ultra casuals in this market. I know someone who had my job, right? He said he went to GameStop with his son, and they're buying 360 goddamn games. All right? If you gave him the option to just stream the next-gen games, like Red Dead 2 or whatever, on his TV or whatever, he would fucking do it. Like, there's some people who don't want to buy a console until
they don't spend as much money as we do.
It doesn't matter, Kratos.
The hardcore gamers have bought like 5 goddamn Xboxes this generation.
So what
PlayStation guys they bought 3 or 4 PlayStations.
Millions of people.
And all of the games that go with it, all of the services, the Game Pass, the Live, the EA Access.
That's what Game Pass comes into play.
What is one of your money versus 50 people?
Yeah.
Think about it.
No. No, you guys are confused, right?
Oh shit!
You guys are confused because you think that the Candy Crushers want to play Halo and Madden and The Last of Us and all of that stuff.
Hold on.
They don't.
But they don't have the option to play those games. What happens when you
Xbox is already dirt cheap, man? You can get
he still doesn't have one
with 10 fucking games.
They
don't still doesn't have play those type of games.
Hey, check it out, Chris. I got an ultimate thing for you guys. Hold on. And shout out to my man Von Lamont, drunk ass, who started drinking earlier this Friday evening. He can start with his bullshit. Neff, I wish you stop saying streaming is for the Madden guys. Most Madden players play online, and we care about graphics. You're absolutely right. Here's the thing, right, Von Lamont? I wish your drunk ass, and that's all I'm going to keep saying again, your drunk ass would have tried that Project Google Stream. I had better graphics than my $500 goddamn console on Assassin's Creed Origin. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And again, here's another, listen, Kratos, I'm with you. When you say there's a trade-off, I want the truth, this, that, and the other. How about now that here, I got better graphics than my $500 goddamn console. And just what? I didn't have to buy a $500 console. I could play the same goddamn game you play.
Yep.
That's the part, again, that's scary.
But Z, you know what that trade-off is?
What?
That trade-off is that for every 50 gigabytes more that you spend by playing the game, you're going to have to spend $25, $30 just for that amount of bandwidth.
Oh, no, listen. Now, me, myself, right?
Bandwidth is going to get better over time.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
No, you got, I mean, it's the limitations are everywhere.
Of course.
The limitations, the data caps, the speed limitation. The Xer Clouds was down. Xbox Live is down. I mean, shit just happens all the time. What are you going to do? what are you gonna do when Xbox when xCloud goes down, or the PS Now 2 goes down, and that's your only form of gaming?
I would never put myself in that situation.
Okay, put a bill rate.
But 2 billion other gamers that they're targeting will be in that situation.
All right, hold on.
And they don't give a shit, Jay.
Hold on one second. Let's pay the bills right quick. My man here, you see him, J Hart, right? You see him?
Yeah, J Hart with the $5. I would definitely play console quality games on my phone, so I wouldn't have to play solitaire anymore. And that's what I mean. All these console guys, 100 million, 150 million of us, we have phones. We're gonna be the influence of this service.
I don't know why.
Whether we want to admit it or not, we're gonna be the ones who are gonna influence the service to the ultra casual crowd. And we gotta remember this, Kratos. Like, I'm gonna put this in a situation that affects you, right? So you're someone who travels all the time, all right? You bring your laptop with you. You bring your laptop with you so you can play games. But Kratos, what's the problem with PC gaming? I'm not talking about the plugins. I'm not talking about the updates. What's the real problem? Yeah. Ain't nobody boots up on PC. You play by yourself. It's the loneliest experience imaginable. Now imagine taking your same PC, or maybe your hotel TV, sorry, and you're able to play Xbox or PlayStation via streaming. You can be in a party with Next Gen. You can be in a party with Mr. Manhattan. You can be in a party with Von Lamont's drunk ass, and you're playing whatever.
Okay. Seamlessly.
Okay, like, think of it that way.
I think they're selling us personally, I think they're selling us a pipe dream.
Okay, here's the thing, right?
Possible.
First of all, no. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for that free messenger app link. I don't know why I keep saying. Let me refresh my page again. Hold up. Get that bill for me.
Yeah, the Ruham with $4.99. What's good, guys? What's good? What's good, Ruham?
Here's the thing, right? And and all this is how you say on if it works, right? Now, again, normally when you think about it, theoretically speaking, hardware always outperforms software, right? Something there physical, you know what I mean? But now, like I said, it's coming the age of, say, diminishes returns. Now with the software, again, it's finally catching up with the hardware, right? And now, and I'm gonna say this again, right? And until you try it, and then and I don't have a data cap, right? It's not, you know what I mean. So somebody like for Kratos who does have a data cap, maybe that may not be the best for him. You know what I mean? And again, I don't know even so much because you're downloading it. I don't know what it would cost because you're streaming it. So I don't know so much if it would cost you. What will cost you to download a 50 gig game or whatever? Like, I mean, you're streaming it. Maybe same day as watching a Netflix movie. I don't know what the.
But they give you a 2 terabyte limit, right?
Okay, well, however that goes.
Once you reach that limit, right? I reached my limits. That 2 terabyte limits just by watching Netflix and Hulu and the other.
Yeah, but why would you be streaming at your house?
Okay, but no.
Like I see it as an on-the-go thing.
But whatever. Just say look for somebody
who doesn't. If it's just a traveling only thing, then it's even smaller of a pie. That's even more of a reason.
Well, no, I mean you can use it at home, but I'm saying like, why would you?
No. Here, I look at it like this: for those that want to keep up with the Joneses, right? Who necessarily don't have $500 to drop down on a next generation console.
Yeah, they would use that too.
That's when I say that it's scary.
So you mean to tell me there is millions of people out there that don't have an Xbox One because it costs too much?
Yes.
No.
There are millions.
On the PlayStation.
Hold on. I'm gonna say like
on
this,
the Nintendo Switch.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, Kratos, right? You've been living high on the hog for a long time, right? See me, I'm still knee deep in this shit, right? I'm still ready. Even though I ain't in the ghetto, I'm very close to the ghetto, right? And again, some motherfucking again. I'm gonna give you an example. Right now, everybody playing Xbox One. You got kids where I'm from that just not getting their hands on the 360, and they think this the illest shit ever. So again, you giving people an option again to keep up and play these games, right? Because we the old guard again. I'll give you an example. My grandson, right? He come in the house. He don't care what he plays his Fortnite on or what he plays Mortal Kombat on. Whether it's the PlayStation, whether it's the Xbox. If he can sit and play it and play TV, he don't care. And again, that outnumbers us again 25 to fucking 1, right? But even so much in this, you got motherfuckers in this chat. They talk that shit, right? Shit, look at Point Rock cheap ass, right? He still, out of all the we hang with, Product still got a goddamn stuff. He still got the 2013 goddamn model, and he bought that PlayStation used for $100 goddamn dollars. He's El Cheapo. Puerto Rock talk that shit, this, that, and the other. You listen. If that shit works, you don't think Puerto Rico gonna get him a goddamn and still better play his Neo 2s or Neo 5s and not buy a goddamn console? It's gonna be a lot of people that do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Me personally, bro, I'm with it. I like my console. I don't want that to go anywhere. I want my fucking face to melt. But again, and again, I keep saying it's scary as not to keep repeating myself. We switch topic, bro. The shit worked. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe I was in a controlled environment. Maybe it was only 2 people playing it. But, bro, when I tell you this is before, you remember this, but I kept saying it, man. I remember the next day I did a show, right? And I said, this shit scared the shit out of me. This is before me knowing the specs, the 10T flops, or whatever the fuck they had, right? And I think the required, the recommended specs was 25 up, 25 down. The minimum specs was 15 up and 15 down, right? For the optimal experience was 25 up, 25 down. Ain't shit. I got 300 up, 300 down. You know what I mean? So I was like, God, this before me knowing any specs. I said, yo, man, woo, this shit worked. I might even talking to D first, like, yo, bro, and I even gave him the link because the shit wasn't in Canada. He had to use a VPN. I'm like, yo, I said, bro, I don't know what the fuck we doing, bro, but this shit kind of spooky. Like, that shit worked. I was looking to come up here and clown it the next day, and, bro, and what I could say, I shut the fuck up. Like, that shit scared the shit out of me. Now, again, and I keep telling people this, like, you know what I mean? And I hate to say, don't knock it till you try it. I know my integrity is always in question, and maybe a lot of you guys may not be a fan of you like me. And I'm not saying, and I think you guys, I'm not saying that, hey, I want consoles to go anywhere, or this is not for me, but we're going to sit and lie to ourselves. If this shit fucking works, you know what I mean? And I can just, you know what I mean? Because I think, again, this is where they're going. You know, you got the CEO, so much shit is niche. If Sony can fucking keep you tied into them stupid softwares and services without investing $3 billion in making new hardware, you shitting me? Like, I've always said, again, this was told to me, that these companies spend the most money on fucking making hardware. Most money you can make is spending on making hardware. Now, I can still be tied into their ecosystem, right? Now you guys got the PlayStation phone app on your phone. I got the Xbox app on my phone. I join parties from my Xbox. You know what I mean? I'm still tied into the goddamn ecosystem. Motherfuckers send me a game. I can download the goddamn game from my phone and it goes straight to the goddamn. You can do all that shit now from my phone. So again, we still inside the goddamn ecosystem, bro. That's all that they care. When you still playing, you still spending money with them. Minus them again, because they don't even slice it themselves. Who I think might have been Thrash. Somebody said, was Sony make the most of their money on the PlayStation 4s. It's not the hardware they make the most money. It's not them selling 100 million consoles. What made them so much money? Yeah, that's what when they talk about. They don't come and give the numbers what they made from selling. They sold making PS4. They showed you they made the most money ever on the fucking software and services. You know what I mean? B&M points on fucking Xbox, NBA 2K and. Shits and on what do you got there? What's the Fortnite and all that stuff? Let me get these chats right quick. I see a few of them.
Von Lamont with the $4.99.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's people who can't afford an Xbox One but can afford to pay for good internet monthly, and don't make no sense. And D-Web with the 5, whatever that is. Game Pass is already $10 a month. These services only go up in price. Add Xbox Live and you're paying $180 per year.
Okay.
How is that going to save people money?
Okay, here's the thing, D-Web. And I think Game Pass is something separate from xCloud. And I think, again, people are confusing the services.
Yeah, you can combine them, but they're separate.
xCloud
that's true, but that also adds another point, see.
No, from what I know.
We're going to have 50 different services.
No, hear me out. Let me say this. From what I've heard, from what I know.
You got 50 different services from 2 things?
No, xCloud is free. Microsoft is letting you have access to what you bought from them digitally anywhere. That has nothing to do with Game Pass.
So they're not gonna charge for xCloud?
No, from what I'm hearing.
I don't think
I got
so.
a question though.
Yeah.
So that includes the multi-plats you bought also, or just their games?
Everything that you bought from
Okay. So,
Like, think of xCloud as a storefront, right?
Yeah.
Like, instead of buying something on the Xbox console, you can buy it on your mobile device, your tablet, your TV.
It's still your stone. It's still your long
Yeah, like think of it like the Amazon Prime Video app.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, and you can have. I'll give you an example, right? I'll buy a movie on Alexa, right? The little Alexa, little TV screen.
Yeah.
I can go upstairs and watch it on my TV. Same thing.
Exactly.
There's no cost for that. That's just an extension of them giving you access to your documents, everything, anywhere that you got them go. You know what I mean? That's all that it's about. Now, Game Pass and Xbox, I know they rolled out something plus where they combine Xbox Live and Game Pass together. I think it's like $15 a month or whatever the fuck the case may be. I'm not talking about the online and the Game Pass. I'm just talking about xCloud, and people again are confusing xCloud with Game Pass. Two different services, two different things. Nothing.
Okay, how about this though, right? So basically, it's like all your digital purchases you can bring them with you, stream and whatever, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
wouldn't they eventually include merge xCloud with Game Pass for extra probably like they're doing with the xCloud with Game Pass?
Well, I don't know. It's weird to say you merge the two because xCloud is free. You can add Game Pass on top of that, so you have an instant library of games.
I think they
that's the idea.
make that clear so people don't get
Because it's easy to convince a mobile player. Yeah, you pay $10 a month and you can play all these great games, like over 100 of them. That's something that could sell to a mobile player.
Yeah, but no, he said, "Might say I can't see xCloud being." It is. I give you an example. Google Stadia, right? And I see this question right here. Let me try this thing. Refresh the page for this messaging app thing again, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on. He told me to refresh the page. But anyway, hold on. In the meantime, he said he doesn't see xCloud being free. Google Stadia is free. And how they're making their money, or how Google's making their money. Instead, you have 1,000 different other storefronts. You have Uplay, you have EA Origins. Instead of buying the game from them, you have Steam. Instead of buying the game from them, you're gonna buy the game from Google. You know what I mean? That's you're spending, and again, or you buying the game from the Xbox store. You're buying the game from them, and that whatever the case, they letting you have access to quote unquote their servers, and you play the goddamn game. They're giving you access to this for spending money with them. You're not downloading anything; you're just streaming everything from the goddamn server. So it's not even taking up any data cap space, but you're streaming.
So it would give you an incentive to buy from like the xCloud storefront opposed to.
Well, no, it's still here's the thing, and again. It's not the xCloud, from what I'm hearing, from that I know unless something's changed. The xCloud is nothing. That's just look at as what's called as OneDrive. Look at it as OneDrive, right? Whatever you buy digitally, you know what I mean. You have your license there in the OneDrive. Log into it, boom, and you play whatever you done bought digitally. It's there, bam. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean. You save stuff on your Xbox or whatever, or you can save it to the cloud. You have access to your stuff there. That's all. Is this an extension? Is this an extension of that? But how they're making their money is that you're spending money with them and still within their ecosystem.
So, that was a question I want to ask on the panel. Will the PS Now evolve to something like that, where every digital game we buy, whatever we could
most likely, and that's why they're working with Microsoft with their Azure technology.
Okay, all right.
Follow them on with the $199, and I agree with them. Streaming probably is best for single player games. I absolutely agree with that, but we'll see how it works out.
It said Phantom Dust with the man. So anybody surprised that Z ain't say Phantom Dust with the original asset or Zoo Tycoon? Nah, man. Fuck it, Zoo Tycoon.
Yeah, it'd be tough for like streaming like a multiplayer game, especially you deal with input lag anyway. So yeah.
I mean, this is what I'll say. I think xCloud will be free, but even if it's not free, they'll be bundled in with Xbox Live anyways.
Yeah,
that's my prediction. Even if it's not free, it'll be probably bundled
this is what it is, Live. Right? This is the ultimate thing. Okay, as a gamer, and as a gamer in the Microsoft Xbox ecosystem, they have problems, but this is not a solution to their problems. The medium of how I get my games has never been a problem. They're trying to fix they're working on something that is not solving a problem.
How is that not a problem?
Listen,
like I don't care how you want to spend all this time.
We spent all these decades, right, without xCloud, right?
Buying a $500 piece of hardware was always an obstacle. No matter how you want to spend that, there are people who don't do that day one. There are people who wait until the shit's like.
Listen, I get it, right? Because day one, when the console launches, day one, not many people buy it compared to how many people continue to stick with their 360.
Yeah.
People continue to stick with their PS3, right? And then years later, after the price starts to go down, and then the adoption rate picks up. This is not anything new, guys. This has been the case since the Atari 2600.
That's an issue, though.
How about this?
That's the issue.
How about this? How about this? Right? And still, listen. I'm telling you right now. See, you've been too high on the hole for too long, J Dubs. But again, not every. You look at this again like it's damn. Who can't afford a $2 Xbox right now?
Yeah.
So a lot of motherfuckers can't afford. That's why again, and just real talk, right? Real talk. We talk shit in this chat, right?
Listen, if they ass can't afford a console, $179, $150 console. How are they going to afford these $60 damn games?
Okay, but that's much easier to come up than 279. But I get, I said,
Yeah, exactly.
I get, listen, but then also to a lot of games.
Is hard for you.
Okay,
but then buying 3 games is going to be hard for you.
How about this though? There's a lot of games right now, on the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. A, free to play. B, $30, $15 goddamn dollars, $20 goddamn dollars. But again, I said it to say this, right? And you got to look at it like this, right? And I think what you're missing. We talk shit in this chat, right? Boom. People call my chat toxic. I made the gift different. As long as somebody being racist and just that, I always say they got the most toxic chat in the world. Like this motherfucker just popping shit. But look at it like this, right? A lot of times, why people choose one or the other, right? I go where my friends are. Even though I like Gears of War, or even though I might look Uncharted, I wouldn't mind playing it. But damn, I ain't really got the money to invest into another platform, right? Yeah. That's where it comes down. Like I'm going to either while people choose to buy one or the other, right? Ain't so much that and then we got this blonde here. I don't never want to own an Xbox, or I don't never want to own a PlayStation. We're gamers at the end of the goddamn game, and a great game is a great goddamn game, no matter the platform, right? But we talk, I'm not buying no Xbox, Mike. That's bullshit. This, that, the other, because this, that, and the other. But damn, you're looking at this goddamn game, right? I ain't gotta buy that console, right? But I can still play that goddamn game. You don't think that again, and that's again how you say their messaging, or even Sony's, their messaging of reaching quote unquote 2 billion gamers. Another example, right? And I tried to explain this to Porter Rock, and he didn't really see it at the time. And now he does. We was talking yesterday behind the scenes, and I said to him about PS Now and how much more money they can make. Right? I said they would make a shitload of money if they would release their exclusives, their day and date, on PlayStation Now. No. And it gave me Spider-Man made $180 million in 2 days, this, that, and the other. I said, you're looking at the upfront 2 days, right? Now, or whatever, that's just 2 days, right? And you get a Spider-Man every 3 to 4 years, right? Imagine getting $15, whatever, fuck a month for 3 years from 4 million people, right? Way wipes out that fucking, and I said again, and that game is still going to fucking chart. So you look at Madden. I gave him a prime example. We all look at fucking EA as a stupid businessman. If you think if they was losing money on EA Access or EA Origin, you think they'd be having this shit running for the last 4 or 5 years? And with that being said, you still see Madden in the top 10 month
and they upgraded
month.
that service. They upgraded it for the PC.
Yeah, you can $15 a month, you get all the goddamn games, right? Every goddamn game, and you can play as much as you want. And Madden and all these games still going to chart from now until the end of the goddamn until the new one comes out, because it doesn't.
Actually, matter. It's only $100 a year. That's it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
You know what I mean? So again, I'm just saying, we got to realize again, this is a business, and even if they do go there, that doesn't affect you and I in no type of way. Because they're day and day. You know what I mean? We make fun.
It's true.
Yeah,
you're right.
We make fun of Microsoft. Let's be fair. We motherfuckers cheese.
Well, I just want to add this point real quick, and then I'll let Post Up go. But Kratos, you said there's no issue with the delivery service, but let's look at a hardcore gamer, Porter Rock, piece of shit. There, he already says I will never buy another Xbox console. He's made that very adamant. Now,
a lot of people say that because if they don't give you the games, but he's not buying an Xbox because of he can't afford the hardware. His reason for not buying another Xbox is because Microsoft hasn't given him
and now he's going to get the game regardless. That's the point. Like now he's going to get that Halo regardless because he's told me, well, I don't care if it's streaming. I don't care about Microsoft gaming that much. But even though he's not buying an Xbox, Microsoft's still getting him as a consumer. That's an end goal for him.
Listen,
in fact, Microsoft doesn't want to make this Xbox, bro.
And they can say hooray for all the user engagements that people sign up for a month and quit after. They can do that all they want. But what I'm saying is, right, Microsoft has to grow their fan base. This does not grow
growing their fan base beyond what they could have done.
The games, games.
Think about it, Kratos. Instead of having 50 million people buy a console, you can have 100 million people buying your games.
Let me interject here.
Go ahead, Post.
Because I've seen this last generation where the same Sony fans said they want to go buy a 360, and when Microsoft got on the roll, guess what? They went out and brought a 360s, and this was the same fanboys that was shaming Microsoft doing all that Sony hurrah rah rah, but they had a 360. So this notion, right now, the way the outlook on Microsoft currently and presently doesn't make you want to buy an Xbox. But what they might do next generation and what they might offer just might change people's mind. We got to get away from this notion that these decisions that people make now are definitive decisions in the future. No, things change. I guarantee you, once these gamers see what both of these Microsoft and Sony has to offer, a lot of people who made definitive decisions now will change because everybody expecting Microsoft to repeat themselves the way they did this generation and the next. And so everybody said, since Microsoft ain't got no games now, they ain't gonna have none. They ain't gonna recover. The console ain't gonna be shit, all this and all that. And I guarantee you, if you have that mindset, it's a crazy and messed up mindset. We're talking about $1 trillion corporation that has the cap and the money to compete and do anything. And right now they are competing.
They had the money back in post up. They had that money back in 2013.
They had the money back in 2013.
So listen, wait. Microsoft had the money back in 2013. From 2013 to 2019, really nothing changed besides.
No.
Let me finish. Let me finish before you jump down my.
That's a lie.
When it comes to gaming, nothing has changed except Phil Spencer got a new position. And Microsoft, Nadella finally started allowing them to spend some.
You know what?
Listen, I applaud them, right, for finally investing in games and studios and stuff. But let's not kid ourselves, right?
All right.
The bulk of that stuff is not going to come out for another 3 to 4 years.
No.
If you're expecting them to show up at E3 with games,
you're lying.
Hold on 1 second.
And I'm gonna say, okay, finally they got some games. So 2020, when they launched the Xbox 2 or the Anaconda, now I'm gonna go spend another $500-$600.
Hold on.
Pay that bill.
Let me pay both these bills.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, good news. Heath Stevens, with your poor black ass, right? And I think he's the white boy. My favorite white boy, Heath Stevens. I had a new favorite white boy, Heath Stevens. But it ain't no Heath there, he white. Anyway, listen, this is the link now. It's up. Whatever reason it's working. If you guys want to send me a free message, it'll pop on the screen. You've just seen one pop on the screen. Is it working? It helps support the show. But yeah, it's working right now. No charge. It's free. Free. Tell them Heath is free. And get paid the bills.
Yeah, all for review with the $2. Data caps and internet will be the sole factor, and D-Web with the 5. Guys, the bandwidth cost alone is $7 per 100 gigabytes outbound on Azure. That's without the computing costs. The stuff is way more expensive than you think.
Okay, let me say this.
That's in America, though.
I'm on Comcast. You don't get data capped. You don't get so all that data cap stuff that people.
Hey, I'm on Comcast, and I got data capped.
I got X-Fi. If you get X-Fi, you won't get data capped.
Nope. That's not true. I'm gonna tell you what I had to do, Post. Right. So I got the gig. I got the fiber, the gig up and gig down. Right. Mm-hmm. So I got that with Comcast. All that did for me was sped up how quickly I hit my 2 terabyte limit. In order for them to remove that 2 terabyte limit, you know what they charged me? An additional $55 per month on top of what I'm paying for that 1 gig in order to remove and make it unlimited.
You need to call Comcast because I was just paying $50 a month.
My Comcast bill is $235 a month.
Look. I was just paying,
all I have is internet with them. That's all I have. No TV, no nothing.
I was just paying $50 a month for no data cap with Comcast. I just moved to X-Fi and got that new gray modem that's on the commercial, the horizontal one. And I get no data cap with that. When you have that modem, they say you get no data cap. I have no data cap. I'm letting you know. That's why I'm telling you. You need to reach back out to them and figure out what's going on because you don't supposed to be getting no data cap. But before this, because I'm still at work, I want to do this. First of all, from 2013 to 2016, Microsoft had exclusives. The last exclusive that they had was Gears, pretty much. And that was around 2016. So this whole 2013 to 2019 stuff, let's stop this. And you're being respectfully disrespectful.
Listen, we're talking about
I love you, my bro. I love you, my bro. Because between 2013 and 2016, Sony was saying they were sparse, but y'all gave them a pat on the back and said it's okay, it's cool. But y'all want to give Microsoft from 2016 to 19 all types of hell. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all talking about wait till next gen.
But that's the pony in them, boss. You can't blame him.
Listen,
I-
there's a difference
man,
between being sparse for a year versus being
Look.
sparse for a generation.
let me. They ain't been smart the whole damn generation.
Hold on, hold on.
Hey,
Let me
post
say
up.
something. But let me.
Post
Let
up.
me
When's the next game that's dropping for Xbox? Give me a date. What's the release date?
Gears is saying Gears is coming out in September.
Hey, you can't even give me a date, Post. You can't even give me a date.
When's The Last of Us 2 then?
You got three games y'all been hyping.
I can tell you what games that just dropped and release dates for games that are still to come that Sony has already just announced.
Okay, go on, tell us.
I'm just saying, come on, let's.
Let me
Don't
start.
tell us,
I'm
MJ.
talking about the games, y'all
Tell us.
flagship titles that y'all cheerlead every day.
Those games,
all
they
day.
announced those games 3 years ago.
And you ain't got a release date yet.
In the same
You
breath,
ain't got a
they've been
release date
dropping.
yet.
Listen, they've been dropping Game of the Year games and Game of the Year contenders ever since.
Kratos.
So
Kratos, my
stop it.
brother, I love you. I know you, my brother. You're not finna deflect. You're not finna change the narrative, my brother. Because you know, look, let me tell you
All right,
something.
get to the point, Post.
Look, come on, brother.
Get him.
I thought that was midget food, but that's a dumbass. Okay,
Get him, Parker.
let me tell you something.
I'm about
Look, we don't know. Everybody is trying to step on this cloud gaming thing before it even starts. And for those who don't like it, you don't have to choose it. And I want to reiterate that because everybody think that this is something that is being forced on you. These companies, Microsoft and Sony, said, "Hey, cloud is not at the where we want it to be. We know it's going to be the future, but until that happens, we're going to continue to give you hardware." So all the people that's had that traditional mindset, these companies will still create hardware until cloud can penetrate the market to where they can say, now we can just focus on gaming being apps. Because I guarantee you, probably next 10 to 15, maybe 20 years, these Sony and Microsoft
You might be dead by that time.
Xbox and Sony PlayStation will be apps. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you.
How
where it's
about
going.
this? Hold on for a minute. How about this, Post? How about they just make a mobile store? You can just download the games and play those games that you play on your console.
No, you're missing a point. Technology is speeding up. These phones are becoming just as powerful as the consoles that we are playing. I'm telling you, we have phones now that's just as powerful as the 360 and PS3, if not more. And I'm telling you, the way the technology is going, in the next year, these phones and these handheld devices will have the type of capabilities where you won't need a physical hardware or dedicated hardware, where you'll just be able to stream anything you want. I'm not saying that's going to happen now. I'm not saying that's going to happen now.
But they're going to be so powerful, right? Why we need a screen? Why we just download the game, make a dedicated store?
What you mean? Why would you need a screen?
Well, I can just download the game on our phones and play.
Don't you need a screen to download?
No, not screen. Stream. I'm saying we don't need a screen. We can just download the game and play it on native then.
Maybe
you're gonna have at some point. You're gonna have access.
All right, hold on. Okay. Stokes said data caps depends on your state. They're a problem, and which still I don't have one here in Jersey. I don't have one. I'm not saying there's not. I don't have one with Verizon Fios. And Carlos Crespin said Sony gets a pass for their proven track record. I don't know if I passed on what a lot was said past it. Yeah. Look, I tried the link and it worked for me. All I can say is refresh it.
Yeah, I couldn't get mine to work.
I don't know what the fuck, man. I tried. Here's a desktop version. See if it go through. And no, I just sent an email for the people, man. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. But I'm sorry. But okay. Listen, Post. But I need you look. You at work.
I'm at work. I'm trying to get everything.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Now, I know. Like I said, I tried to explain to Kratos or whatever the case. He says that basically, who can buy an Xbox now or whatever? Because they're $100, right? Or maybe people can't afford to buy both, right? And I think even Sony, when they say that things are niche, they're looking at people. I'll give you an example, right? You got 2 million fucking. How many people that play game on PC, right? But want to play Uncharted 5, right? They're not going to buy a PlayStation, but they can have that and the shit work. PC niggas are very picky, and they can, sign up for the service. They look at motherfuckers like that. And again, I would not. I'm almost on a console. Even such as myself, I told if they even said they want to bolster their PS Now, library. You know what I mean? And again, I don't. That doesn't affect either way they go their day and date.
just look at the choices gamers are given. Are going to be given next generation, right? You have people who struggle with buying 2 systems or buying all 3 systems. Just think, a gamer that's on a PlayStation will have the ability to say, "Hey, I'm just going to buy this PS5, but I'm gonna invest in the xCloud service because I can be able to stream that on my PC or my tablet or my phone, whatever, and I still have access if they want to, and vice versa with the Xbox or with the Switch or with the PC. The same choice that Phil got buried in the dirt about, Yoshida just said, and I didn't hear nothing from the Sony lawyer. All they said, yeah, Sony giving us choice, but when Phil was talking about choice, they was breaking his legs. Look, this decision, this is an industry decision, bro. I said that months ago when Kratos and Porter Rock was telling me that Sony ran the industry and industry do what Sony wanted. No, and now you see that Sony is decisions is dictated by where the industry is going, and that is cloud based. Now, whether you like it or not, you don't have to choose it, my brother. But I can put my kids on the. I'm gonna get the hardware system. But I ain't got to.
You're right. But 5 years ago, Sony made the decision. Hey, we're gonna try this cloud stuff, and so they were the first one to be on the market with the whole cloud stuff.
Go ahead.
In the console realm. It works, is out there, and if people want it today, they can go ahead and subscribe to it and get it. And I just don't think it's going to change.
But that's a very different service. That's an old ass service with old ass games.
I get
there's a huge
all they're going to do next generation is add better servers and make it a little bit.
They're going to add next gen games,
but it's the exact same thing. I mean,
it's not.
Okay, what's going to change? What's going to change from PS Now? Besides the servers, what's going to change? Go ahead.
What's going to change? Not only is it going to be a better quality, that's why they went to Azure, but you're going to have next generation games. So we're not talking about old ass games from like 5 years ago.
How
it says on the slide next gen.
You're saying we're going to have next generation games
on the slide from Sony. It says next gen games
because it says on that slide. It says it had a disc that said Blu-ray.
No, on the slide, streaming the next generation.
Stream. So that means they're going to have next generation games?
On the slide where it says streaming,
I know.
The role of the next generation, it says next gen games on the bullet point.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see real soon.
But Jay, it says on the fucking paper.
I don't have a problem with it. You know, at the end of the day, I don't have to subscribe. Just like PS Now, I don't have to subscribe. But what I don't want to have happen, I don't want them to say, okay, there's no such thing as PS6 now because we're gonna try to push you motherfuckers over to this fucking streaming shit. And now your gaming experience is going to be at the helm of your internet service. Yours may be good, AT&T, right? Or Verizon, Fios. It may be good in your state, in your area. But mine is shitty, and for the majority of the United States, it's shitty.
Yeah, but
a lot of parts of the rural, and a lot of parts in the UK is shitty. Okay, right? So, hey,
other than he died, you cut out for a while there.
Yeah, I'm with you with 115%. Sad to say, good brother. I think that may be on his way, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man.
You have to realize, you guys are not the main consumer anymore. It's your kids. It's the next generation coming up. They don't give a fuck about the console war. They really don't.
My kids don't give a fuck about Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, they just care about games.
Yeah, no, they care about. They care about. Again, I mean, I don't know, man. I think
they just care about playing the God of War, playing the Halo, but they don't necessarily care about what console you have to buy to get that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
They just want it available.
I mean, I think it'd be good for like home streaming, not on the go though, but like streaming the games at home.
I think the point is to be on the go with 5G.
On the go with 5G, definitely. We've seen the speeds.
Yeah. But take this for example, remote play, right? We know what that is. You remote play your games off a PlayStation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They just put
that was in that slide too.
Yeah, they have all just putting that shit on the iPhones. They're already around 5 million users for that shit. Yeah. So 5 million motherfuckers are already using that shit. You really don't
using your own phone connection, playing the games. You're gonna burn your data cap like that. If people do that on their own internet.
But here's the thing: we're podcasters and we say that shit, right? Do you really think billion-trillion-dollar companies don't think of that?
Yeah,
Do you really think they don't have a
care.
solution?
A lot of times, listen, they have talked and they have partnered with these ISPs. They say, look, we finna send you motherfuckers a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm sure they have something worked out.
We got 100. Sony said we got 100 million people coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
You can jack up them damn rates all you want because it's coming. They have no choice. If you want a game and you want a game, on PlayStation, whatever, whenever the future comes, you have no choice.
But here's the thing, though, right? A lot of times they say they offer you like unlimited 5G, but once you hit a certain mark, they'll throttle you down to a lower speed, though.
All right. Well, okay. Moving right on.
Let's move on.
1 second. Let me just finish off here. With xCloud, they what they were saying, 10 megabytes is the same requirement, maybe less. So it ain't a lot of speed.
That bullshit. That's like the very minimum. Like you gotta have. Trust me, you're gonna eat through that shit. It's different between downloading a movie with Netflix, right? Because that's a 4 gig movie, and you just stream it to 4 gigs. It'll buffer, and once you hit that 4 gigs, your internet service. It doesn't utilize anything more than that 4 gigs. With gaming,
do you know what
it's a consistent back and forth package.
I've never had that problem because in the UK,
I wish they had like a
I've
mobile
never had
store.
a problem.
I've never had a data cap from Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with the caps. So I've got no idea what you guys talking about.
All right. Well, moving right along. So anyway, we got some E3 leaks, right? E3 leaks. I know it was a hot topic with this cloud shit. My man Kratos is stressed out. So look, I just said I got a message that still says much thing. I just said when it went through for me. I'm gonna put the link in there again, guys. I don't know, it worked for me just now. See if it worked for you. I don't remember, it's only working for me.
Z, we could talk about Yoshida being our remedy.
No, okay, no, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Wait, try that link right there. See if it's gonna say. Look, I got a link. It's red. Okay. Wait. Anyway, so I just sent one now just now. See if it goes through. See, I just sent one. See if you use that link. See if it work. But anyway, as I was saying, so we had some leaks that came out. What Microsoft supposedly are going to show at E3. They're gonna tease next generation Forza. Mortal Kombat, the gun combat, break, turn off. Okay. No, next generation Forza. What's it called? What's that goddamn game from Ninja? What's the goddamn game?
Bleeding Edge. That's the code name.
Bleeding Edge, a new Perfect Dark Zero, and Halo Infinite. Those games are supposed to launch with the next generation Xbox and the kind of Lockhart and whatever the case may be. And your guys' honest opinion, is that a step in the right direction? 2 new IPs and 2 old ones. How about it?
Games is a step in the right direction. So yes, Bleeding Edge, a new Ninja Theory game.
Any
That
good
might be
game
AAA. That's good. Halo Infinite, that's my favorite franchise. Good. Gears 5 dropping this year. Good. And I hope you see a Fable reboot.
Would it take Fable to the next level? Or just much prettier?
And exactly, Parker, because I don't like Fable. I hope they make me like that shit.
I like Fable. Why you not like Fable? These guys, cut his goddamn mic off.
Okay. Wait. Okay. We're going. What generation is this going to be for the Xbox?
It's going to be
you could say
this is going to be the 4th generation, right?
Ninth generation, right?
Let me finish.
Microsoft 4th, yeah.
This is going to be their 4th fucking generation from Microsoft, and we still talking about some damn Halo and some Fable, and like it's okay, for those of you guys that like it, fine, but I'm looking for games that I've like brand new IPs.
Doesn't the Ninja Theory game not count now?
Because I know Halo, Gears, and Forza are coming, right? I know that shit's going to continue for the next 20 years.
But does Ninja Theory not count now?
No, it does. But I'm saying, like, you guys brought up the Fable.
Perfect reboot.
Perfect Dark. That's a whole new reboot. And when was the last time we had a Fable game?
Listen, again, Perfect Dark. We fucking had, like,
Nah, that's not fair. Now listen.
That's fair at all.
Listen.
I can't be the only person that's looking at this shit.
When was the last Perfect Dark?
I know we're gonna get the old shit. I know that. I know we're gonna get the Halo, Gears, and Forza and the Fable. I know we're gonna get that.
So you got Perfect
But
Dark.
I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the new shit, not the old shit.
Okay.
Listen, when they announced Scalebound, I looked at that shit and I was like, oh my god, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Some shit that never been out. It was never on the OG. It was never on the 360. It was never on the Xbox One. Just some totally fucking new.
Yeah,
those are the games that are going to excite me because I know what to expect from Halo. I know Halo's going to be good. I know Gears is going to be good. I know Fable most likely is going to be. I know that, but we've also been playing those games for the last 15 years. I'm looking for the new IP that's going to add on that, right? It's going. That's what I'm looking for. What's going to add to my already?
This was going to have to happen.
But you biting.
You buy Nito.
Here's the thing. Now listen, to be fair. Now, Perfect Dark, I never liked any other entry, but they told us it's supposed to be rumored to be a third-person, very mature type game, a reboot like they did with God of War, a totally reboot.
Yeah, I hope.
Okay, now Bleeding Edge, but
While you Biden. You Biden. Hop out and hop back in.
Yeah, upgrade his internet if he's going to stream game.
Exactly. Now, what if he was playing xCloud right now? This motherfucker would have been in lost.
This motherfucker would have been in the black hole.
He playing Mortal Kombat. This shit doing that.
Yeah. This guy playing real. I'm playing fight somebody playing real fucking cheesy.
No, but check this out, though, right? I think Gears 5 could probably set the precedence for the next generation for Microsoft. So Gears 5 will have to be like what God of War was PlayStation.
It's not. I had enough time to develop it. Gears 4 just came out two and a half years ago. So it's not like they started from scratch on this game. This is going to be a continuation of Gears 4. You got to give developers
and some
time.
aspects, God of War was a continuation of the story.
No. Listen, prior to that, right? Prior to this new Gears of War, I mean the God of War. Mm-hmm. When was the how many years had before God of War 3?
Okay,
that was like 5-6 years. That was a long time, right? And but they just dropped Gears 4 like 2.5 years ago. You can't possibly expect them to have a brand new, from the ground up Halo Infinite type. You know, Halo Infinite, right? That's a brand new from the ground up game, brand new engine, brand new everything. That shit's probably going to be dope as shit.
Well, we want to find out the
Gears 5 is not like that because
they expanded on the Gears 4. They're taking a different direction, though, Jay.
Open world, supposed to be have some open world elements. And here's the thing, that's some of the assets already in place. It ain't like they really got to start from scratch.
Exactly.
Okay, so we all can agree. I think Gears used Unreal Engine 4 from Unreal Engine 3.
So hold on. I hopped in real quick. I got a question.
Oh my god, there you go.
I got some questions, right?
Yeah.
This man literally been talking about we don't want to see the same things, right? We don't want to see the same things, and then you ask him how long it's been since a Fable game. He was like, "No, but you know it's gonna be good." So you just sat there and went through that whole thing with God of War of how it's developed different, how it took so much time between the two. You went through that whole thing, but 15 seconds ago, you was talking about how all these Fable games and the stuff that haven't happened for years don't matter. So which is it, bruh? Does the new God of War not matter? Because it's only been in development for 2 or 3 years? Like, does the next Gran Turismo not matter? I'm asking. Because you playing both sides of this equation, but you're playing on different sides of the console war. So which side is it?
I mean,
whatever
you just said, you just made that shit up.
So no,
you just made that shit up.
You literally sat here and said we don't want to see the same stuff.
As usual,
Next was like when was the last time we saw? When was the last time we saw a Fable? You was like,
go ahead and rewind the tape, Z, because this motherfucker clearly his ears every podcast.
Jay,
because I've been typing it in the chat. I was tired of typing, so I'm asking a question.
You got jelly.
This was like,
you want me to repeat myself again? Do I have to keep repeating myself? Do I have to keep repeating myself?
When was the last time there was a Fable?
Let me go ahead and repeat myself, right?
When was the last time?
The same games that we've been playing for 15 years, the tried and
when was the last time there was a Fable?
Listen. You asked me a question, let me answer it. Halo, Gears, and Forza, right? We know what to expect for those. Those games are going to give you 80 to 85 to 90 every day of the fucking week. We know that. I said I was excited. Me, myself, and I'm excited for the new games that are new IP that we've never had before, we never seen before. Am I going to buy Fable? Yes, I'm going to buy Fable. Am I going to buy Halo? Yes. Am I going to buy Gears? Yes. Okay. But what excites me is the new shit that we don't know about that they starting from scratch and they're coming out with. Just like I gave an example, Scalebound.
So here's
That was a brand new IP that came out the blue. That's all.
So here's my question: are you excited for The Last of Us 2, the next Gran Turismo, God of War 2, or Horizon Zero Dawn 2?
I am. Because guess why? Those are the same games that fall in the same fucking category that I just said, Halo, Gears, and Forza.
They're not new.
Can't you listen? They're the same fucking... It falls in the same category.
You just said you can't get excited for games
for 15, 20 years. Like,
but you're excited for games
why do you not... Why are you not... But I'm also excited for fucking Halo and for the other shit. I didn't say I wasn't excited for those games. I just said what I'm most excited about and what I'm looking forward to. Get the sugar daddy out your ear.
Hold on, shout out to Floyd Mayweather and Kratos. You're gonna have to wait until next E3. But listen, I like I said, A Perfect Dark was supposed to be done in a more mature fashion, and whatever the hell Platinum Games is working on, and they also what's that goddamn game, Battletoads, and the new Ori and Blind Forest. I will say that step in the right direction, though.
Z, let me ask you this about Battletoads, right?
Yeah.
When was the last Battletoad game that came out?
From NES, Super NES.
Wait, from the NES, right?
Yeah, Super NES, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, only motherfuckers that's pushing 40 years old or even know what Battletoads is, right?
Absolutely right.
I'm 30. Listen, I just turned 38, so I fall in that category.
No, not really, Jay.
To be excited about a fucking NES game like it's going to be the savior, I just don't get it.
No.
But it may be dope, and I'm still by it, but I just don't want to put a lot of stock for a lot of people putting a lot of stock in.
Real talk, without voiding my contract, right? I'm just saying that with everything we just named, rumored that is better than anything we've had from Microsoft in the last 3 years.
Oh, you're right, no doubt, without a doubt.
So the question was
I'm not gonna knock it because anything at this point in time, nothing, and I keep giving them props. They finally decide to invest in some new studios and some new IPs and stuff like that, and I give them props for doing what they should have did all along. I hope that shit turns around and become 90s and game of the year contenders and all of that shit. I really do. I'm just saying, you know, at this point in time, when you're competing, right? You're competing on a high level. You're competing against your competitors. Nintendo is knocking out the fucking park. Sony is knocking out the park. Are the games that we name, is that enough just to satisfy us? Just to say, well, look, Microsoft and Xbox is most improved. They're the most improved player. They're not the MVP, but they're the most improved. But their standard, the standard for Xbox for this generation has been so fucking low. How do we get back to that point where Microsoft is up there?
But Jay, this is a leak anyway, so we don't know about the games coming.
Like I said, just step in the right direction. And again, like real talk, we haven't had shit in the last 3 goddamn years.
Well, I'll say this: there's only one system seller that's on it that could sell the next Xbox. That's that Halo game.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody ain't gonna buy Forza just to buy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. No, that's gonna be a big game. So,
but look, they started all the way back over with a brand new from the ground up engine.
Yeah.
A brand new store. I mean, just they're doing it right? And while we would love for every game to be started over like that and rebuilt and just start over from scratch, a lot of them are not. They're just a continuation, and I don't mind continuations.
What about Fable?
When you become the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th, and 10th game in the series, eventually gamers are going to be like, okay, I've kind of had enough.
All right,
of that, you know what I'm saying?
I
love Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat, but at the same time, I've been playing Mortal Kombat since I was a little boy.
All right, hold on 1 second. Shout out to my brother AP the Shooter. He said, "What's good is Z? No notifications. Damn mask. Why you be stepping on a fuck nigga's neck? I don't know what's going on with notifications, but hey, I promise. Hey, bro, what I'm gonna do is I text you. Go around before I go, man. I promise it. We live. Shout out to my man Biggie 2316. I'm looking forward to Battletoads because it will give me and my younger kids something to play together and get them into gaming. Good point. I just hope they dumb it down because I remember Battletoads being extremely fucking hard. It's like if you guys have played, for those of you who played Double Dragon, a lot of people may have not grown up with Double Dragon, but know what the Double Dragon is. It's a side scroller beat 'em up like that, old school. You know what I mean? It was just hard as hell. You know what I mean? Hard as hell.
Which came first, Ninja Turtles or the Battletoads?
Battletoads.
Battletoads.
I'm not mistaken.
Ninja Turtle didn't come out to I think it was 88 or.
I know it was on NES though. I do know that though.
Yeah. No, but
Zero else is on the list.
Oh yeah. Rumor has it that the new PlayStation 5 will indeed be more powerful than the next Xbox they talking about. Now this is according to Dreamcast, whatever guy's name is. 14 T flops. He spoke to somebody, a PlayStation 5 tester, and the console is 14 T flops, and they are siding with Nvidia.
What?
Yeah, the
No,
Dreamcast
that's
guy.
not- that-
He said the next Xbox has a GTX 1660.
Oh, the RTX 6 or whatever.
1660, yeah.
14
Hey,
T flops. Now the 1660 is not even 14 T flops.
But no, Sony has a partnership with AMD though, so
that's a
they
low
adding
end card.
up.
That card sits between 1050 and 1060.
Yeah, but he said, but the RTX technology for ray tracing, but they're siding with Nvidia, and it's supposed to be 14 T flops, and 8K is what they're aiming for. A lot of the games will be 8K, for us the racers, the sports, and the shooters.
But I'm just conflicted by that because, like, I know Sony has a partnership with AMD though, so I never heard about the
Both
NVIDIA.
Sony and Microsoft has a partnership.
And
the CEO just came out on the stage with both.
I don't know what that guy's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That guy's he's lost the plot.
Yeah, he must have been trolling with that. I mean, come on.
No,
Can't be
he's
that
trying to get
fucking.
attention.
You can't be
Like I
that damn
said,
stupid.
they probably signed multiple deals with AMD with multiple consoles though. Microsoft and Sony.
100%, Parker. 100% right.
For the next generation and probably most likely the generation after that, those systems will be with AMD. And Nvidia is just
Pretty confident with that.
Nvidia's kind of expensive.
Yeah, but Jay, we can talk about like the 8K.
That console be too expensive, and Nvidia's doing it. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna go over 600 if Nvidia's doing it.
Yeah. They listen.
Let's talk about the 8K upscaling. It's not gonna be 8K native unless there's something else in it. But upscaling, I can see that.
You take that for the price they're gonna sell it for. You'll live with that.
Yeah. See, here's the thing about it, right? When they say 8K, we really don't know. We can assume it means checkerboarding, but just like wait. Let me. Just like the iMacs, right? They have the iMac, the 5K, right? Mm-hmm. The video card in it is not powerful enough to drive the 5K, but they have a upscaler chip. They have a scaler chip, a special chip in there that allows it to do that. And so we don't know what kind of technology they have that will allow the image to do that.
So does that become native? Does it become native or upscale?
It's an upscaler chip. So so
it's upscaling. So it's still upscaling.
Yeah, when you look at the upscaling that we got this generation with games like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Red Dead, and some of the other games, we literally with our own eyes, a lot of us can't tell the difference between the native or they did such a great job. So
like I said, developers do amazing jobs sometimes with the upscaling, checkerboard.
Yeah. But if you have the hardware that automatically does it, then that takes less of the.
Well, like Jay, with your TV, have you got your TV yet?
Yes, 85. I'm gonna do an unboxing, man. Unfortunately, somebody hacked into my account, so I'm gonna have to start a new channel and get that popping. But I'm gonna do it.
Must be D-Batch or someone. But anyway, listen. With your 8K TV, like I'm pretty sure you know the information. Like when you're watching content, Sony's collecting all the data and all that, and it'll feed it back to give it that 8K upscaling, like make it look more native than it is. And
it has the upscaler chip in it that will turn.
I'm saying they collect data, and then they kind of put the best picture out to achieve that upscaling 8K to make it like close as possible. And with the PlayStation 5, like games like Gran Turismo and the next God of War, Uncharted, I think they're gonna do similar techniques, get all the data, and kind of give you the best picture for you, Jay. It's gonna be amazing. It'll be a 9-day difference.
Is there AI coming to play with some of these next gen games? Just with the math and stuff.
Well, see, here's the thing about it, right? That's one thing that I do want for the next generation consoles. I do want better artificial intelligence. I don't want dumb, the computer characters that's just running Rover, just standing there. We want them to do intelligent things and act like we're actually playing against real life opponents. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what we hope that happens.
I would say Red Dead Redemption 2 got as closest it's got.
You know who's gonna have fun with that AI? Mark Cerny, guarantee you.
Oh, he's a nutter though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking forward to seeing what more information he's going to tell us, because again, a lot of people laughed at him when he brought out the PS4 and the PS4 Pro and stuff like that, but most of the stuff that he talked about came to fruition. And so
let's talk about this. What Z was talking about, 14 T-flops. What would be the price of that? Even though if that's a dev kit, whatever it is, it could be 13 T-flops.
Wait, let me pay the bills right quick. Hold on, first of all. Shout out my brother Harry Hilliam. It's good with Microsoft acquisition, but the ideology on console exclusive is backwards as Microsoft. At least how show concept art interview the creative directors promised 1 or 2 years Xbox exclusivity. I guess he's talking about for their E3. Here's the thing, right? To add on what you're saying, I'm with you 155%, right? But again, I think Microsoft has given up. I try to go. No, I didn't want to do the rematch. Microsoft has given up on that whole way of trying to quote unquote combat the console war, and it's not. They're looking beyond so much as selling you a piece of hardware. They're more in pushing their software, and they want their software everywhere. You know what I mean? It's cool. You can buy the console, but that's not. There's more. There's more than that. You know what I mean? Look, bro. I even think maybe Nintendo. I mean, not Nintendo. Even Sony may even change their goddamn tone, because it baffled me that they didn't have Sony in the meeting, PlayStation brother in the meeting that they had with Microsoft. You know what I mean? Like
Z, that's the high ups, don't they? Them are the big boys, the big dogs.
Mm-hmm. Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Speaking of what Z was saying, Microsoft, yes, they want to be everywhere. In fact, if they could stop making the Xbox, they would. And I mean, Sony, right? They changed their tune about it and allow their games to be anywhere via streaming. Like Kratos doesn't want that, but that's whatever. And Nintendo's even in talks and doing their own streaming service. Here's how Microsoft wins big. Microsoft, who have Sony and Nintendo, use their own goddamn Azure to do that streaming service. So no matter how much money Sony and Nintendo make on streaming, Microsoft will get a cut of that. Microsoft, I think, just wants to be like the backbone of game development, or they'll have a Game Pass and be the Netflix of gaming and be like the driving force for game development with their tools, like the Havoc engine, Simply Gone, Azure Cloud. That's how they aim to get the money. They don't give a shit about the console. They really don't.
They want to be number one. They want to be number one.
They just want to make money. Now, that's not good for us. Like, for an Xbox player like me, that's not good for me. That means I won't have an Xbox in the future. No, it is.
I disagree. Let me talk this shit. One second.
Casuals do.
Let me talk one second. We got Microsoft, yeah. Still make the Surface tablets and all that bullshit. Mm-hmm. They're not I don't believe they're the number one selling, PC tablets, whatever you want to call them.
No, the iPad is.
But they're still making
they still content. Do well. Like, if Microsoft ever got to the point where they put like their games on a PlayStation, for example, this shit's over. Like shit is over.
Here's the thing. I want to take it one step further, right? I look at it like this, right? Now, it was rumored before that Microsoft was rumored to talk to buy AMD, right?
Mm-hmm.
And AMD stocks, they gave birth to D-Batch, you know what I mean? Gave him a platform, right? There was talks of Microsoft buying AMD. Now, again, it's talks of Nintendo also using Microsoft Azure fucking cloud thing. I think Microsoft say, hey, maybe, how you say, you can't beat them at a traditional way, you know what I mean? Because they don't have the long-ending franchises as far as, IPs, right? And they didn't start buying their own studios until this generation, right? So you know what? We're going money. Like I said, they're going to money hack this. Like I told you guys before, when I used to be out there really knocking motherfuckers here with the hockey stick debating, Microsoft owns so much shit within gaming. And I don't care about their money, but I used to use it as part of my arguing, damage controlling back in the day, right? Even the program that Sony used to make goddamn games. I forgot the name of the program. I'm a little rusty. But literally, the program that they use, I'm not talking about habits. They have as a computer. Like, think about Microsoft Word. Just think about it as Microsoft Word. Even Microsoft owns that. They own so many different things. You know what I mean? And again, it is something... I think people are looking at Microsoft as just the gaming as the Xbox. Whereas the Xbox is just a fucking blimp on a fucking radar screen for them. You know what I mean?
It's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit for them.
I mean,
they wanted to get rid of the Xbox. It wasn't for like transforming the Xbox into a brand as opposed to a console. You wouldn't have the shit.
Yeah, but
or would have been spun off at least.
But you look at okay. So say this last thing. They look at gaming right now, and right now gaming is the most in terms of media makes more money than movies, makes more money than music. Right? We already have a foot in the door with the Xbox. Right? How can we get all that goddamn? I told you guys this before. Microsoft no longer cares about selling that much hardware. They don't. They care about making the most money out of fucking. And again, it is a business. I think who sells money. That's us here in the comment section. Go back and forth arguing about who sold this. They don't give a fuck about that. Even you look, bro. Listen. Even you look. That's why the PlayStation. The boss, you know what I mean? Not Yoshida. The PlayStation, the Sony boss came out and he's saying was in console gaming is niche, and now he's looking the way to compare. What do you say? Nothing about console gaming habits. Like he's saying that motherfuckers the Japanese.
He's trying to stop gaming addiction. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like and because like you know again like you know what I mean. And not to say, like I said, not to say that you know what I mean. The PlayStation is not important to Sony, but but again, overall, what makes money for Sony is the software and the services, and not the fucking box itself. You know, we brag about the box, we talk shit about the box. It's not the box; it's the software and services. You know what I mean? Those record numbers and shit that Sony's posting, if you look at the revenue breakdown, it's not from them selling 100 million PS4s. No, it's for you motherfuckers that buying VM points on 2K and whatever outfits you bought in Fortnite and this and that. You know, the whole line. That's where the fucking money comes in. You know what I mean? Outside of the fucking box. So guess what? Look, you 100 million motherfuckers bought the PS4, right? Look at this, Jay. 100 million motherfuckers bought the PS4, right? But there's 2 billion gamers. You know how much money we can make on software services if we can get them in our PlayStation ecosystem and they not buy a box but still spending money within the ecosystem? That's what they're looking at, whether we like it or not. You know what I mean?
But they're hoping that they're hoping that the Candy Crushers are going to want to play their games.
Listen, how about this? Fuck the Candy Crushers, right? Even look, they're more PC gamers than fucking console gamers, right? Even some of them, they again pay into their ecosystem, not buy a fucking box, right? But still play fucking Uncharted, The Last of Us 2, just that and the other, or Xbox guys that for whatever reason they can't afford multiple consoles. You know what I mean? You have within this community, but they still want to play The Last of Us 2. That's what again. You know what I mean? Forget the Candy Crushers. That is a viable source of income too. But again, I'm looking at it. Listen, I'll give you an example, right? And if you guys think I'm bullshitting, Sony, I don't know what I don't know what GTA. I don't know if that's $1 billion franchise yet. Maya, what the fuck is you spraying?
It is.
Huh? I don't know, but I know they first one, maybe the only one was a goddamn cell phone game. I forgot the name of the mobile goddamn game. You know what I mean?
It's a fake game.
As much as you love fucking The Last of Us 2, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? It's not $1 billion goddamn franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Or Uncharted. You know what I mean? Much as we brag about it, I don't know. Maybe GTA is there now. I know for sure that it's goddamn a mobile goddamn game that Sony owns. You know what I mean? What's really making them a shitload of fucking money outside of the PlayStation division. And I think I know a lot of us here forget about that. This is a business, and there's much more of those guys out there than us. We're gonna argue, go back and forth. We're gonna do what we do. But the gaming world, whether we like it or not, is much bigger than us. Let me pay these bills right quick. Maya, what the fuck did you spray? AP the shooter?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. AP the shooter with the $4.99. Google must
have. No. How about now? What the fuck you got going on over there? You sound like T-Pain. We get him. AP the shooter. Google must have everyone scans. Go point because the whole landscape is changing because of the Stadia reveal. Xbox Skynet wants in on everything. You're absolutely right. And I think, and again, like I said, Google. Listen, I'll give you an example, right? Not Google. Even Amazon. They're throwing their head. Amazon, Verizon, Walmart.
Netflix.
Apple. Everybody coming out with their gaming streaming goddamn service. So again, you look at a company like Nintendo and Sony, who don't have, they're not the biggest facet as Microsoft, who don't have these. Hey, you know what, bro? You guys are looking at it as a loyal brand. Look, they're looking at it as business. You know what? Let's get down with these Azure service right quick. Let's put our services there, and then, Microsoft will give a fuck. Hey, come use our shit. You know what I mean? Hey, use it. You give a fuck. Long as you get, he said, "Fuck you, pay me." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But can you guys hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, before I bought out again, I just want to make this quick point. We have to look at the origin of Microsoft, how they got into the console gaming. Z, before they even like made the Xbox, what did they try to do with Sony with their online infrastructure?
They try to do Xbox Live for them. Handle it for
Yeah,
them.
they tried being their online, and Sony refused it.
Yeah.
They had a right to do so. They would have lost money that way. Now, why did Microsoft make the Xbox? It was because Sony said what?
Oh, they were trying to take over the living room. They over
Exactly.
Yeah.
The point of them even making an Xbox and Sony really going hard with the PlayStation is because it was the battle for the living room.
Yeah.
We have to understand the living room isn't that battle anymore. People are doing all that shit they used to do in the living room anywhere now.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
And that's why the console became less important.
Listen, number one rule of business is not whether it's going to make money now, is what it's going to make another 15 to 20 years from now. And I think, like I said, y'all biggest problem is that y'all keep talking about, it's mainly about you guys. I don't care what y'all say. Every time y'all talk, all I'm hearing about, but what about me? It's not about you. You keep talking about the casuals. Trust me, you don't understand the market. Look, I do tech, and I understand where everything is going. The company that I'm with, they just lost so much money. We are literally like going cloud based on everything. It's not like, huh?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, go.
No, I'm saying like you guys don't see it. And even when I was trying to tell Thrash, Microsoft isn't making Sony better. Believe it or not, in the long run, Microsoft is helping Sony sustain itself, and Sony needs what Microsoft is providing for them. Again, he wasn't understanding what I was trying to tell him.
We know that.
The fact that Google, Amazon, and all of these guys is doing it, they know 1,000% this thing is perfected. And you guys just don't, because y'all don't see it doesn't mean it's not a thing that it exists.
Yeah.
If all these companies is doing it, I can guarantee you 1,000% it's already perfected. They know, like you guys may say, oh, what about all the bandwidth and all of that? It's already been taken care of. They already have a plan for all of this. All the future proof is already in places. You just don't see it.
No, we see it.
No, they just gonna stick us with some shit.
No, I tell you who's in denial. It's the
And we're
police.
not gonna have a choice. That's what they're doing. Think about it. Even right now, the first time they released a game that was fucking broken, and they say, okay, we'll patch it later. And as soon as we bought it and we just took it, that was the end. That was the end right there. Now every fucking game comes out broken, and they'll just say we'll patch it later. They're gonna release this shit on us. We're not gonna have a choice. We're just gonna take it and accept it, and then move on. And they're just gonna fix it in the future sometime. That's what we always do.
Hold up, somebody is that a bill to be paid? What the hell is that? Somebody brought up. Heath Stevens said, how many? Basically, hold on, Heath. I saw that what you asked me. Hold on, right quick. I will read the link in again. He said, how many of those will still be in the game in the next 5 years because Mad Cast is already out. Floyd Mayweather said Manhattan State Line. He is snake in the grass. He ain't got no goddamn job. Check it out, right? Real talk, real niggas are motherfucking niggas. Right? Before nigga, I know we beat this goddamn thing in the head with a goddamn bat before we get the hell up out of here. At the end of the day, right, and I guess for Sony, again, because business, you have to change, you have to adapt, you have to evolve, right? And a lot of you guys, and Rap Anderson, if you don't get it with that, I think it's my man from Seth Borden. And Rap Anderson, type yes, that's you, my man from Seth Borden. Always talking, I'm ashamed of you, bro. Always talking that goddamn Nintendo shit, bro. Nigga from the streets, talking about the Nintendo shit. I think that's him, my man from Seth Borden, right? Anyway, so look at it like this at the end of the day, right? And I gave you guys an example. And for right now, like I said, you still have your way to buy your consoles. And I think a lot of people who don't care about it or whatever are frustrated about something they may never use, right? Which is cool, whatever. I mean, I guess it was fun. Here's the thing: we made creators talk. It was fun of you us to tease Microsoft about it, right? You know, when like I said, some of you Sony guys should shut the fuck up. Now, like I said, even shout out to Post. In Post, you know, he was saying that Sony's going to do the same thing and whatever the fuck. We had a little, he said, with this smoke, this fire. We even had something, a glimpse that came out from Verizon. I'm gonna shut the hell up about it. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But anyway, you saw their services got kind of leaked, and you saw some of the Sony goddamn games on their services, and all hell broke loose, right? And again, now we leading again more and more into, you know what I mean, what Sony's final, you know, their plans may be. Even we try to show my man, I think Thrash is in the chat. What was a bullet point from you know, a bulletin from, I'm gonna bring it up on the stage on the show here, from yesterday's show about their plans for next generation streaming is heavily focused, you know what I mean, and them expanding their content and having a PlayStation experience with not the PlayStation, you know what I mean. I you know how my man got a cell phone under that. Both Microsoft and Sony working on a cell phone. That's my brother. Lord knows, right? But again, And like nothing but screaming, gaming is much bigger than us, and we're the hardcore. The fact that we have been here 2 hours talking about video games, we are the hardcore. And I'm gonna say this again, it scared the hell out of me. I do not want traditional console gaming to go anywhere. The way that and again, just the fact I like buying new consoles. You know what I mean? There's nothing. It's like to me, it's like getting in a new car. You know how excited it is when a new generation starts. You get all these little gadgets and all the fucking games, and it is what it is. And that year it's coming up again. But again, yeah.
I don't think traditional is going to ever go anywhere. They just want to make sure that more people just have access to these things. I mean, eventually, traditional.
They want to be the first one.
I look at it like this.
Like they're gonna keep traditional, but they just want to make sure they can put their games on other places if it's possible for them.
No, here's the thing.
It's time for them to no longer give a shit about traditional.
No. I give us a generation, maybe two. But here's the thing: when also too, what Manhattan, what you real not even felt, almost real about you're thinking about, right? I don't know how long next generation. Maybe next generation, maybe 7 years again, right? And you got to look like so much has changed from the previous generation to now. Now we're always on. The problem, we're always online, right? A lot of us buy games digitally, right? Things change for us. We dragging our goddamn feet in the dirt, right? And again, what costs these companies the most motherfucking money, bro, is investing $3 billion into new hardware, shipping, taxes. They can keep their $3 billion in their pocket, still make goddamn games, and still give you access to those goddamn games. You know what I mean? And like I said, all predicated if this shit works. That's just, and again, and it works. Like I said, just for example, just say it works, just like what with the Google goddamn the Assassin's Creed, bro. I would say maybe more than 75% of these motherfuckers in my chat is gonna be on that shit, bro. And still have your trophies, still get your achievements, but you ain't gotta buy an anaconda, just that and the other. And you know what I mean? Google are talking about you. All you need is 30 up, 30 down for 4K 60. Man, goddamn, you know what I mean? These 500. Let's think about this. My 500 goddamn console X and $400 Pro ain't giving me 4K 60. And you talking about 30 up, 30 down. Man, shit, a lot of motherfuckers are gonna hop on board with that shit here, bro. Imagine if right now I'm playing, you guys see me playing. Think about this. I don't know what the features they're going to be on the XCloud, even Sony service. Right now I'm playing Mortal Kombat, right? You like what I'm playing. Imagine taking your mouse and click right here, join. Hopping in my match. This is what Google bragged about. You see me playing the game on YouTube, hop and click the button, hop in my match, play with me, talk to me, bug the fuck out with me. You know what I mean? Right away. No load, none of that shit. No lag, no load, no download, and just play. Like shit to me. That's going to be huge, bro.
Now, Z, if they can deliver on that promise, though, that's
I said it's all predicated only if it works. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And again, what I sampled and what I did, bro, it fucking works. And I remember.
But that's the thing. Now, Z, now you got kids, yeah, and like your kids will watch YouTubers, you know, if it's games, someone playing games. You get all these youngsters, they watch people, they don't even play the games, they watch people play games or whatever the shit they watch these kids nowadays.
But now guess what? You're right. They can watch then they can play with their favorite YouTuber.
Yeah. That's the target. Google can promise that and get that going.
Bro,
it'll be big.
I'll give you an example. What you fail to realize, right? Sean, where did I meet you at? Where did I meet you? Okay, Brian. You watched me for how long? You watched me and my dog shit content, right?
Yeah.
I remember your bum ass chasing me around hopping. Couldn't wait to get in the party with me, right? Now ain't no big fucking deal, right? And I ain't no fucking nobody, right? I got 1,000 fucking subscribers. You will hunt me down, you know, to play a game with me, right? And I ain't no fucking body, right? Right, now check this shit out. You got the motherfucking PewDiePies in the world, and again, they gonna be fucking boasting, advocating. A kid, you know, might have to fucking make sure I ain't got my debit card and no foul. I know my low ass to get to play. I forgot these people that you watch on YouTube playing Nintendo games and hopping to play a goddamn game with them. Shit, me. Well, that shit is gonna fucking explode. You know what I mean? And again, we're sad to say we're a blimp on the fucking radar. You know what I mean? When it comes to giving these companies money, man. You know, and again, you know,
guys out there they got like 90 million subs and all that bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And they're gonna be fucking and you know, I know I get a lot of Z, no, just not, bro. I'm not saying, even Thrash was trying to say yesterday, you guys all about this statements and traditional game, bro. I'm not saying I'm for nothing. I like that, you know what I mean? And I don't think traditional games are gonna go away, you know what I mean? I don't think they're going fucking Candy Crushers to death. We're gonna still get the Assassin's Creed, those type of goddamn games, because and again, we at the point now where the software has caught up with the hardware side of things, you know what I mean? And they can put 25 T-flops in the goddamn cloud. You know what I mean? You have, you know, fucking, but you know what's shaky, right? When you got NVIDIA and AMD, right? And their business is to sell hardware, right? That's their thing. Their business is to sell fucking graphics card. When they're out, want to let motherfuckers play goddamn games in the cloud. You know, whether we like it or fucking not, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it is what it is, you know? But as long as there's a option to reach to buy a console, sign me up. I'm there for it. And again, you got
I personally think, Z, like, I know what you're talking about, like, billions going to these, like, chips and all, like, SoCs, all that bullshit, making consoles. As long as a console, I reckon personally, if that Xbox hits 50 million by the end of the generation, and they keep hitting that every generation, I personally think they still make consoles.
All right, but again, what did it cost them to get that 50 billion? Right at the end of the day,
but they made multiple consoles though.
All right, but what did it cost them to get there? Right, they had a shipping, costing, tax. You know, playing this one, you got different taxes, you got trumping over different tariffs on different. You know what I mean? They can still make that money because again, Microsoft, Sony, don't really make their money on fucking hardware. They make their fucking. You looking at them making. They sold for to make how they made a lot of money. No, they make both Microsoft and look at this. Maybe you understand like this. Both Microsoft and Sony lost money last generation, right? And think about it. Sony sold 90 million fucking 90 million PS3s. Microsoft sold 90 million plus fucking 360, right? Think about that. And you talking about selling 50 million goddamn codes. They sold that much hardware and still lost money. So that's telling you right there, the money is not with the hardware.
Yeah, but what it is last generation Z, especially with the Xbox, 360 and that, you could modify that shit as well. Red Ring of Death and all that bullshit.
Okay, Red Ring of Death. You said, all right, whatever.
I modified as well. I didn't pay for any games on the last game.
Okay, but fine. You know what I mean? I had a modded box, but still, but not, you know, we're one of the few, right? But even with, again, you said the Red Ring of Death first 2 years, that cost them $2 billion or whatever to fix and replace those.
And they didn't come with a HDMI port as well, the first one.
You know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck the case may be. They done made that back up again, so you still got taxing. You still got different parts and manufacturers and, you know what I mean? Hold up. Shout out to my brother AP the Shooter. He says, if y'all so-called love tech, y'all are going to cop the Stadia to add to your tech hub. I know I will have that shit. If it works, PS still will be big, though. Now, again, I don't know. There's the thing. As far as tech, AP the Shooter, there's nothing to buy. I think to get the 4K, you might need the Google Chromecast, and I think that's like $50-$60. Don't quote me on that. But so there, NVIDIA, Google, then only thing they was advertising that you can buy was their controller, but you can use any controller. You know what I mean? They not even listen. Their proprietary hardware. The only thing they showed was a fucking controller, but you can use any Bluetooth or any USB controller. You can use your Xbox controller. Your place. They not even trying to sell you their controller. That tells you right there. They want you to decide to buy your goddamn games from the Google store. You know what I mean? You know, and again, to get the 4K 60 AP, if you have to buy the Google Chromecast, I will get it because I'm gonna use, to talk about it here. Just that and the other. But at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. I think we covered just about everything. Unless you want to add something in that, Parker or Sean.
I'll say so. Do you think Sony would come with a dedicated streaming device, just like I guess like years down the line or so?
You don't need a device to stream anymore.
No, I mean like if they go that route, where they just come.
You mean like a Google Chrome situation?
Yeah, something like that though.
Personally, Parker, I personally believe that in like late 2019, just call it 2020, you can see a lot of these TVs coming with the app. Let's start with xCloud first, and I won't be surprised if they bundle a TV with an Xbox controller or some shit and 3 months of Game Pass.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, or TVs are updated all the time. Like I didn't always have the Dazzling app on my TV. Now I got the Dazzling app. I didn't always have the Amazon Prime app on my TV. Now it's there. You know what I mean? And, TVs would update. Like I said, as far as the software side of things, it's just an update, basically. You know what I mean? So it's nothing done on the hardware. You're just adding the app, and again, you're just streaming things such as fucking Netflix. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's scary times. I see everybody listen to the comment section, and some people are for it, some people are not with it, and some people are still in denial and not think that Sony is not going to evolve and get with the fucking times. And I don't know what more you need. Let me tell you something. Porter Rock is stubborn as goddamn Archie Bunker. Me and Porter Rock went back and forth arguing about this shit on air, off air for fucking hours. You know what I mean? When Paul Walker, when he shut the fuck up, and then again, it's called this basic business 101, and can see the fucking the 80-yard pass down the fucking. It's not about you and I. I've been saying that shit for a while. You know what I mean? And listen, forget the satire, me being in character, bugging the fuck out, just having fun on these shows. You know what I mean? But just how you say, just calling basic business.
I just want to.
Okay.
I just want to say that, what is everybody's deal to not be for these things? Like, I genuinely want to know, why do you, like, no disrespect, why do y'all care?
You know why?
I mean, if you
It's
get
the
your game
ponies because they want the exclusive box. They want to talk about their own box.
No, you know what it is.
Ownership.
But my thing is,
in a
this, all right,
sense.
companies do this, right? Say companies do this. Say
Yeah.
Sony and Microsoft does this, and moving forward, it doesn't help them. In fact, they start to like lose money. Then what are y'all gonna say? Like, it seems like y'all care more about your own closure than y'all actually do about these companies trying to maintain themselves. Because that's what it comes to. That's what it comes to. Like, it's becoming more like a personal thing than
You know what it is, bro? And I think it's in real talk, right? Maybe just the error man. I want you just exclude this community, right? You go to any community here with on YouTube or any other forums, BMW versus Mercedes. That's just the nature of man that wants to pump that's to validate my brand or whatever my part that I'm pumping or my sneakers. I like Nikes better than Pumas, right? That shit's been going on for years. That's not gonna. You're removing a bullet from the gun. You know what I mean? It's no longer we're going from console sales or. You know what I mean? You know, it's bro. This is what it is. We went from who had the better graphics or who got 1080p. Like, you know, things change. Now it's no longer about resolution and frames per second, right? It's gonna be something else next generation. That's just again, quote unquote, the console war, and someone liking one brand better than the other. It been cool. It is what it is. So again, when you think about it, hindsight 2020, ain't none of us got unless you like somebody like Mass that's invested. I don't know if Fredo's rich ass got something invested in Microsoft, Sony. You know what I mean, as far as financially, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? You know, as long as again we still get great games and great games. That's all that matters. And I don't think that's going anytime where, like I said, video game shit is up. It's making more money now than it ever has. You know what I mean? I'm not getting out of gaming. I don't have any fucking to play Candy Crush type. As long as they still give me those to play AAA goddamn games with fucking blazing graphics and my face will fucking melt. I'm cool with that. I have no choice but to fucking go along with the ride. I'm not gonna say, you know what, I'm giving my ball, I'm gonna stop gaming. No. I'm gonna still continue to game. And I mean, the way that I think about it, I don't want my fucking box to go nowhere. But then why do I really need a fucking box? You know what I mean? Like the thing about
like I said, Z, you were talking about like let's go back to next generation. Like a lot of guys, so like example, me, obviously we own all the consoles and all that, but if a lot of guys only can own one platform, like say Xbox, it's an easy entry to play the PlayStation streaming. You know, without buying two boxes, instead of spending $1,000, you only spending $500, and then obviously with the streaming, you can play a PlayStation game or the Nintendo Switch games, wherever it's gonna be, and that's where they can make the extra money. A lot of people still have only one console, Z, because they can't afford a second console, or they're too hardcore for fun. Because
I said that, you know what I mean, at the end of the fucking day, you know what I mean, but. Like I said, we are a quote unquote a rare breed. We're less than represent 1% of the gaming world, right? Believe it or not, the hardcore. We said I'm gonna be talking about video games now 2.5 hours, right? And we suspect it's something that we're passionate about, right? The average gamer again is not going to do that. You know what I mean? The casual gamer is not going to do that, right? We care, and again, you're taking something away or threatening something that we've been bragging. We've been bragging about for the last 7 years. My box is better than your box. Now, pretty soon, now we're talking. Now you got both companies saying that, hey, these boxes don't matter, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like part of culture. It's like a culture, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We've been doing, but how long? Just think how many generations. Going back to, I'm gonna take you back. Even though I'm 40, right? 41. I didn't get my first console was the NES, right? Even going back to the NES is better than my Sega Master System, or my Genesis is better than my fucking Super Nintendo, right? That's been going on forever, right? Now you're taking something that's been there, quote unquote, the console for a long time. Now we're saying, hey, that doesn't matter. We don't need that anymore. You know what I mean? That doesn't matter. You know, so again, you're taking something away that's been here for I don't know how long. You know what I mean? Forever. You know what I mean? Like
Z, let's just talk. I know it's going on a bit long-winded now, but let's talk about the guys, the developers that were gonna get Madbox out. Also, do you reckon as soon as it's in Google Stadia and all these other big dogs coming in, all the investors pulled out straight away?
Well, that was the word around town that the Madbox developer, which again, kind of sucks because it was looking to be a very powerful console. I don't know if they are completely closed. Yeah, but I know the investor did back out. Why? Because when Google had their
Conference.
conference, they lost a lot of developers. You know what I mean? And then we're
Yeah.
not privy to a lot of shit that happens behind the scenes. You know what I mean? You know, Microsoft and Sony probably been talking about this deal for a while. The higher ups, you know what I mean, about using Xor, right? And then right after that, then you had when it first came out, then Microsoft had a little bullshit XCloud. Fuck, I can say this. Albert Pinello, right? He no longer works at Albert Pinello. He no longer works for the Microsoft company, right? He got let go. But Albert Pinello, was one of those guys. I liked him. He was very mouthy. He was old school, will pump his chest, right? And when Google announced their thing, and I seen one of the DMs with him in it, and he was like, basically, they caught Microsoft with their pants down. It was a knee jerk reaction. That's when Microsoft had that bullshit ass little
But
commercial.
that's what he believed. That's what he believed anyway.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it is what it is. Because right after Microsoft showed that, we've got xCloud. And you're like, damn, where the hell did this come from? You know what I mean? I don't know goddamn where. So I mean, like Google came out and caught them, and they didn't know that they was that far ahead on what they were doing. You know what I mean? And again, you have a lot of major players behind the scenes. Like again, my internet provider is Verizon Files, right? They have their own, and I have fiber net. I have 300. They have actually they might have more than 1 gigabyte, but I have 300 up, 300 down. More than fast than what I'm used to doing. They got 1 terabyte or 1 gigabyte up, 1 gigabyte down. Fiber optic, extremely fast, right? They're coming up with their own streaming goddamn gaming goddamn service. And motherfuckers I know that are using that. I can't say no goddamn names. And then remember I did a video, you saw some of Sony's goddamn, I think it was the God of War, and we saw it was Detroit Become Human, right? And those just now we know that goddamn Detroit Become Human is no longer exclusive. This is on Epic Store and all these other places now, right? And sit back and scratch your goddamn hand and shut the fuck up. Now you see that Sony want their goddamn game. They said it in their own. They want their goddamn games everywhere also, right? So like, damn, I did it and bugged the fuck out, made fun of it. But now give it to what Sony is saying now, and that video I did about 4 or 5 months ago. You're like, oh shit, just think about that. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that we're not privy to, and then what happens, we're like, oh goddamn shit. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you one serious question. Even the panel as well, whoever wants to jump in. You got the xCloud. You got Sony doing some streaming. Nintendo possible as well. You got Netflix. You got Amazon. You got Google. Out of all these service, who do you reckon is gonna have the best service like for content?
For games, right? I have to go
for games.
Now,
for games, I guess whoever.
Who's doing it now?
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? The best content? The content mean
content like third party games, first party games.
Well, if it comes to first party content, I think both Sony and Nintendo will be leaving because they have better exclusives out right now. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about the streaming side.
They want to do the streaming right now.
Well, here's the thing: they're using Azure. So I think that they both be equal on that. They all will be equal, right? On that format, tip. But you talking about go.
I'm talking about the services like Game Pass and all that. Look how many games in Game Pass you got. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Just Cause, Monster Hunter. All this
but I don't know what's in PlayStation now. I don't know what it's up, but again, if Sony, I said they were going to do it, they're going to put all of their first party exclusives there, all they should there in their day and date. You know what I mean? And
is that enough, though, Z? Would you need third party games as well there?
Oh, they do have third party games in PS now, and some of the older.
I'm talking about big games
there. Oh, I'll question that. Listen, I think that they're gonna. So trust me. They're gonna do deals. They're gonna get them also. You know what I mean?
Like games that Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Games that are coming there.
They're gonna buy games and they're gonna do it also.
And they got Mafia in there though, right? Mafia 3.
Yeah.
So Sony.
Sony got Mafia 3 is on PS now.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. So they already got some. So maybe Microsoft may have more. Kudos.
Yeah.
What makes Microsoft
Game Pass? They got the most games, like 750 right as I'm seeing right now.
Listen, I ain't playing on the old ass game. I'm just saying.
No, you're saying
games. No, hear me out.
I'm talking games that are a year old. Like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 6-7 months old.
Not a problem. Cool. Right now, Microsoft may have more of that content. Right.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But again, if Sony goes back and put God of War, just that and the other, to me, it already makes it better. And again, people laugh at Game Pass because look at this first party shit that Microsoft been putting out. Sea of Thieves, State of Decay.
Yeah.
That's what you really know it for, right? So now coming out, besides the Forza and Horizon 4, now you're going to have Gears of War 5, right? And Gears of War
Oh,
5, Ori and the Blind Forest 2. I think what else coming out this year?
Yeah.
Battletoads, right? Maybe. Oh, a couple new joints, right? And plus, you can still get more content. And just think about it next year in Game Pass. You're gonna have Halo Infinite, bro. Forza 8, that new goddamn game, Bleeding Edge, Bleeding whatever fuck from Ninja game, from Ninja. What's that goddamn
Theory.
No,
Yeah.
not Platinum Games. What's the Ninja Theory? And
Yeah.
Project Perfect Dark, revamped third person, very adult thinking. That's all that's going to be in their day and date. So that their focus is going to bolster and grow. You know what I mean? So, but as far as performance wise, they're all going to use Azure. You know what I mean? And then as far as content wise. They both want to. You know what I mean?
If Sony goes day and date, imagine if you could just like with a service play The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, all the other games and stuff. So to me, that's what that's like a seller right there. We're gonna play a lot of multiplats anyway. So
yeah. Would that be enough though? Would you need more multiplats like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Wolfenstein?
No, well, here's the thing. A lot of times
for the service, for the Game Pass service, that Sony, if Sony did it.
But like, Sony could just sell their service just something exclusive though, and that it would sell just off of that.
So you believe that 3 games a year will sell the services?
Not sells it 3 games a year, but they're gonna pump out more exclusives though. But people just going, I could play The Last of Us 2 or go, like I'm talking about blockbuster exclusive day and date. Is it different?
But you know where I'm coming from as well.
Yeah.
Because Game Pass, look, if Microsoft stuck with just see a fucking PS Solar State of Decay all out, the only reason why it's doing really good because it does have a lot of third-party games, like good games in there now, especially now. There's some big games in there.
Yeah, we still live. Hold on. Man, Flappy 101 said Game Pass also losing games. Oh yeah, man, they lose. I mean, again, they lose games. But if you download the game, brother, you still get to keep the game, Flappy. You know what I mean?
But they give you notice.
They'll give you 3 weeks notice. And again, people are gonna make fast. If you download the game, Flaffy, if you already download, you can still continue to play it. You're not going to take it off your hard drive. But if you download, same thing Netflix. Netflix lose movies and goddamn shit all the goddamn time. It is what it is. They don't just wake up one day and it's gone. They let you know, hey, this game. They give you 3-week notice. This game is going to be down. So if you want to play it, get it, download it. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? You said something right. I was thinking about when you was talking about these smart TV, and I will not be surprised if these TVs starts to have like a memory in them. Like some of them might come with like 160 gig. I was thinking about that because that can really be a pushing point where you can have Xbox Live on your TV where you have 160 gig. You could literally install the game onto the TV.
Here's the thing. I'm quite sure you could probably hook up an external hard drive. Now, but just downloading the game. But I don't know if these TVs, as of yet, right now, they'll be able to run the games.
That's the only problem.
Physically run them. You know what I mean? Downloading this ain't the issue. You can hook up an external hard drive to your television. And no, it's not, because you still need the goddamn power, the juice to run the goddamn games. I don't know if they be power enough to run them. You know what I mean? But maybe, like I said, newer TV will probably come with at least as much power as the goddamn Xbox.
That's what I'm saying.
Something come with the GPU.
Like,
but again, but you don't even need that again because you quote unquote you got the cloud, man. But like I said, it's.
It's interesting, Z. It's very interesting. You got all these big guys coming in, for the streaming service, and they're all fighting against each other.
That's what I'm saying. These guys really just come in for no reason. If Google, Amazon, and these guys is coming in, they're not just coming in for no reason. They can see long-term profit. Sony can see that. That's what I think the other guys are not seeing. These companies see the long-term profit, right? Netflix, Hulu, all of this stuff is there. Google already demonstrate it's possible. Right, so these guys see it. They can see it. That's the difference.
What is
like Verizon? I think they would probably partner up with someone to get content and stuff. Maybe who knows? PS Now might be with Verizon. Who knows? But they would have to partner up as far as content.
But this is our same part. Today, the information has come out by XCloud. Whatever game I've got, did you say I got 500 games? The Game Pass on make it 600-700 games. All that's I can play that on XCloud. Digital games I'm talking about.
Okay, yes, cool.
Day and day without doing anything. With Google Stadia, if you're a new customer, you're gonna buy all this shit again from day one.
Like,
I don't know what y'all talking about, but I just want to let everybody know that I just dropped King Thrash down at Shady Pines, man. He doing
Oh shit!
we got him in his pajamas. He's sipping some soup and shit.
My brother King crazy, man.
We got him the Crash Bandicoot slippers that he wanted, man. He comfortable right now, man. He good.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. I know this link ain't been working all day. I don't know why I'm the only person that can leave messages on my thing. Do me a favor. Try this link for me one time if I get the hell up out of here. I don't know why. Mel, try this link for me, bro. My shit wasn't working. I sent some, like, my shit wasn't working, man. You know, I got motherfuckers with fixed incomes that wouldn't partake in the show. Like, my brother Heath was born with no kneecaps.
Yeah.
And fucking, yeah, he left, you know, and shout out to my brother Heath, man, and real shit, though. And I rock with everybody that watch my show. He showed up to every goddamn show. I sent him a t-shirt, so he never sent me a goddamn dollar. Just, you know, this is a running joke. He said, he nigga finally sent me $2, so you can't say I never sent you nothing no more after 2 years. But shout out to Heath. But listen, some real shit, though. No matter what time I go live, Heath asked me right there in the comment section, and again, I appreciate it, you know what I mean? You know,
he's here week in, week out.
Yeah, that's why I said, you know what I mean? Again, I bought them shirts. They ain't for free. And then with my name on them, it just cost me $25. But that's where, you know, again, it's a way of me saying thank you for some of you guys that support this dog shit content. Like, I'm going to get Floyd Mayweather. I got my man Chris coming next.
It's saying that you ain't connected, brother.
Yeah,
So
Floyd's always there too, man.
Yeah, I got but I don't know why I say it's not connected. I don't know what the fuck going on, man.
Yep.
Am I doing a show tomorrow on Twitch? Yeah, I'm gonna be back on Twitch. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. This could have been a perfect show for Twitch. Tomorrow I'm gonna do. We'll get together some guys, bunch of other topics. We're gonna do maybe a Beast Fire. Tomorrow I gotta get people's work schedule. What time? Most we ain't no goddamn job. What's your schedule like tomorrow?
Like, oh yeah, I'm like Tommy, bro.
What's your schedule like tomorrow?
Let me see. I think I'm gonna try to go see that Brightburn for real. That shit look fire.
Come on, bro.
Okay, off topic. Y'all seen that punch Wilder?
What?
Damn.
Seen what?
Wilder the fight last week.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we seen that. Yeah.
That's Wilder. Yeah. Brightburn, the movie.
Okay, bro.
I know.
That's basically like evil Superman.
Like Superman going.
Yeah. All right, hold on one second. AP. Okay, you see wearing his shirt right now. Make sure D-Bat shows up. He definitely did get a win over Alex here. D trying to hold out for some more money, man. I told D, man, if I need him every week, I send him like $50 a month, man. You know what I mean? That's what, like I said, I'm sorry, not to tell you about business, but a lot of these personalities that you guys, like Baron, I pay these jokers to come on the show, man. You know what I mean? A lot of times out of my pocket, you know what I mean? But I just got a check from Twitch, so I'm still paying a nigga 8 months. You know what I mean? It'll come up there for entertainment. So like I said, I do appreciate anything when you guys help, you know, and support and donation and shit like that, man. But again, I say this though. So you be home like around 3. What time you going to the movies, Moss?
I don't know. What time you trying? Just let me know what time you trying to do the show.
Between 1 and 3.
1 and 3 word. That works.
Yeah, so
I'll be around hopefully.
Okay, look, so I said for those, cause I do have a Twitch family follow. You know, if you had Z, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm going to. That's what I'm going to do. Hear me out. Next Wednesday, you heard it here first. You will get to expand your mind. I promise. I got to drag jokes out of bed by their teeth. You're going to expand your mind next Wednesday. And maybe I can move Beast Fire to Saturdays or something. That'll be exclusively on Twitch too. You know what I mean? And get back to streaming on Twitch. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Z, hopefully try to lock down the dates, probably like, you know, get your days right. And then people kind of know.
It's not, bro, here's the thing. Next year I ain't got no job. Plus I'm handicapped. I'm in a wheelchair, right? Real fuck nigga, right? So it's not me. I'll go around y'all schedules. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so you know what I mean. You know, again, I do these shows for a lot of you guys to come out and you know something. I mean, because I can go up there and cut up my dancer, one man band, man. You know, I've been doing that entertaining forever. But I go around a lot of you guys' schedules when who can be there, this, that, and the other.
I don't know. As soon as I send you a message, you send me a message. I go, oh shit, it's gone live.
Yeah,
I'll pop on.
Yeah, okay, cool. But like I said, tomorrow, I know tomorrow between 1 and 3. We'll do an Xbox Beast Fire, and how about we lock that down to Saturdays between 1 and 3 or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? That'll be Saturday's day Beast Fire, you know what I mean? All right, and then Wednesday, I do the what do you call it? The Expand Your Mind about 9 o'clock on Twitch too.
That's late, that is, but definitely tomorrow, hopefully I'll be around.
Yeah. So you want to dojo up tonight?
I'm in the dojo right now. We can make it happen. Said, my man Heath said, you guys see that Batgirl trailer? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm about to check that out.
It looks alright.
I ain't heard about no Battlefield. Bro, Heath, I haven't been on Battlefield in about 2 months, man. I need to get back on, my man. I don't know why I'm saying I'm not live, man. But what I'm gonna do is though, I'm gonna continue the conversation. We're gonna take this shit over to Twitch. The dojo is open, man. Same conversation. Listen, this is my Twitch link right here, coming through. Away from my
Man,
wife.
who got that work?
On what?
I know somebody caught that work.
Playing no game. Sit your ass down. Eat a sandwich.
They all disappeared. They all disappeared.
Hold on, right here. You go right here. Go to the link right here to the Twitch.
That nigga the only one that read a book from right to left. Fuck, nigga.
Oh shit.
Well, a cooking book. That's it, nigga.
Hold on. Listen, that's my Twitch right there. Please sign up for my Twitch and subscribe to it. Follow.
And retweet it out too. Retweet that.
All right, I'm about and this is my new Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I follow everybody back normally. I follow everybody got back. Tweet me something. I follow everybody back. I'm going live on Twitch right now. Same conversation, same crew. Just give me 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. I'm not even getting up. I got my bottle of water right here, and I'm going live on Twitch. Same conversation. Here go D-Batch right here. So, LOL, I beat the legs right of that nigga Alex. His kids gonna walk funny after that beating. God damn. AD, true fucking. He been hiding that win. He ain't been back. He got that win. Yeah. He got that win and retired.
Alex ain't been back either. Alex on Twitter.
Yeah. Hell yeah, he snatched that chain and ran off.
Alex said he gonna be playing some games or beating some games. He gonna come back when he beat by 2 games and shit.
That nigga Alex say I'm dealing with life right now.
You know what I mean?
D's a one and done. He took that one W and got away.
He snatched that chain and ran in the sewers.
Yeah, he's a paper champion. That's what.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but like I said, we on D. Bring hop your ass on the Discord, man. Come talk your shit. Listen, if you want to hit D side of it, what do you think about this whole Sony thing and the cloud and AMD? Come on over to Twitch. I'm going to Twitch right now, man.
Yeah. Come on, D. Talk about 60 frames. Come on.
Yeah. Come over right now. I'm about to end this shit. I'm going live on Twitch as we speak, man.